Afraid of what? Afraid of what? Us fighters, if we're afraid of somebody, it gotta be somebody hitting us and hurt us. Like, he don't have no offense. Everything is defense. Defense that's as hard as certain fighters have their look, and
Davis thought Santa Cruz was gonna fold.
pay-per-view attraction, that pay-per-view
Throwing that right hook, and
I had that same look.
Tank Davis is a star.
You worry about taking out your company?
Yeah, I worry about getting my money and getting out of it. Dang right now. If I got somebody I want to call out after this fight. Cool fan. You from New Jersey or something? No, but this fight he's not looking fuck Shakur and that nigga. He's not worth no.
Say anything.
He got good timing too. So if like you sleep on him, he can catch you playing with a good shot. You know what I mean? He can hurt you type shit like that.
It's a little bit different from Rolly. Like Rolly's strong, right?
He got
back and finish it. To this young man who's coming out here, coming across and in the flow.
The JBT is giving away a bag for the holidays. We're having a raffle and giving away all the money collected. That's right, all the money collected. And we are in the final week. The drawing will be held this Saturday, December the 21st, right after the Alexander Usyk Tyson Fury heavyweight fight. Entries are just $5 each or 5 for $20. Send your entry via Cash App to $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. Put RF1 on the comment line and you are entered. And one person.
DJ, are you in there?
Yo, what is up? I don't even know if my sound is good, but this little piece of shit will be out of here come December 24th. Dropping bombs and playing these goofy ass fucking sound joints is whack as shit. Anybody using that shit is corny as fuck. What's up with the people, man? I figured I'd pop up live. We're very close to fucking monetization. Probably a little couple streams. Shout out to everybody on Twitter too. Appreciate y'all. All things. What's up with you, homie? Appreciate you, bro. You already know what it is. Smash the like. I think you forgot too. So check. Zach B. What's up with you, homie? Appreciate you. Thanks. What up with you, bro? Gonna show clips of any other fighters? Yeah, when you decide to watch them. Over here capping like you want to see anybody else fight. What's up with you, Dank? Yeah, here, I'll play a clip for you. What happened here, dog? What was this? What happened? What happened?
Back and finish it. To this young man who's coming out here, coming across and in the flow.
This fucking hype job. Lost me 28 hundo.
Coming out here,
7 legs of the parlay. There, I played a 7-leg parlay. I played a couple other ones too. Sure as shit, I thought this was fucking house money. It was over. I win. 28 hundo for a little $100. Jaime, the hype job Munguia, gets fucking slept. And Dank, I don't know if you're a Devin fan, a Tank hater, a fucking Shakur fan. I know you're a fan of boxing, so I rock with you. You're not going to like this fucking countersuit and shit that I'm about to talk about. I'm going to drop the link for everybody to come up here, talk some shit. Let's get it. Tell me what you feel about this. I'm going to read this for you guys real quick. It's Ryan Garcia's countersuit. Let me see here. Definitely filing a countersuit. The Devin Haney fans are pissed about this one. Ryan Garcia's legal team has filed a counterclaim against the former two-division champion Devin Haney and his father, Bill, issuing multiple denials to Haney's lawsuit claiming battery, fraud, and breach of contract, with Ryan Garcia seeking no less than $7.5 million in damages. The Haney complaint, which is being used for perverted purposes to coerce Garcia into a rematch, to cause economic harm to Garcia, to harm his reputation, to encourage unwarranted investigations, and to obtain media attention. Garcia's lawyers, Craig Weiner and Raina Jane, describe wholly improper in the 33-page counterclaim by calling Garcia a coward and a cheater for not agreeing to a rematch requiring voluntary anti-doping association drug screening after Garcia submitted 3 positive tests for the banned performance-enhancing drug Ostarine. Around a 3-knockdown Garcia victory on April 20th that was turned into a no contest. The Haneys may want to settle personal scores, but their abuse of the judicial processes and harassment of Garcia has, fucking missed that. Devin Haney attorney Pat English Sunday that views Garcia's counterclaim as silly. And of course he does. I'm going to stop reading that because it's all mumble jumbo and bullshit. What do y'all think about Ryan Garcia countersuing? Did you guys think you were going to get a lawsuit off on somebody with a great legal team and they wasn't going to sue back? Do people know how this works? I don't know, man. People been suing since the dawn of fucking law. You sue me, I sue you. It's the American way. It's the only way. So all the fans up in arms about fucking Ryan countersuing, Devin doesn't, he has no loss, he's still undefeated. Well, we're going to find out. And it's not legal court or nothing like that. It's just civil. It's for punitive damages on some old, we're getting divorced shit. The Haney's suing that shit is crazy to me. Like, do they think that's what's going to get them a lawsuit? Like, or get them a rematch, or get this kid or erase fans' memories of what really happened that day? I don't think so, man. I don't think so at all. Yeah. Just fight the kid. Like, Ryan got a injury too for his little bullshit fight in Japan, which I think that's God working right there. You ain't supposed to be fighting till April 20th, man. So God stepped in and said he's got a wrist injury, and everybody was sleeping on that dude, Ampo. I thought, he's a big, strong kid, bro. That shit could have went left for Ryan real fast, and I think they realized that and came up with a bogus wrist injury. I'd like to know what wrist it is. If anybody knows in the chat, let me know. Let me see if somebody else came in. King B, what's up with you, homie? I appreciate you. Your disdain for the Haney should be studied, LOL. You, my guy. Yo, I think he's the only fighter I dislike. And it's not even the fighting aspect of it. It's the bullshit, bro. Stop lying to people. Stop running around the fucking internet trying to tear everybody else down. That's where the shit started with me with them. Plus, he's fucking was boiling down. Like, I can't stand that. And I keep the same disdain for guys that are boiling down to get a competitive edge in the fucking fans that are like, if you make weight, it's okay. It's not okay. That's why the IBF came up with the bullshit rehydration clause. That's why fighters use that shit today, because these big ass guys are coming down here to fight little guys. And the biggest advantage in boxing is reach. When I can punch you in the face, but you can't hit me, even if we were swinging at the same time, the reach matters most, man. You reach, I teach, man. Straight up. Height don't fight, but reach can teach. You've heard all them sayings. About to drop the link if anybody want to come up here and talk shit. Pull up. My bad. Right here. I think I can. Yep. Post a comment. If you guys want to come up here and talk shit, if not, I'll just keep fucking ranting for a little while. We gotta get these watch hours up. I had a great show on Friday, man. Thanks to everybody that tuned in and came over here with a pair of thumbs. Click the link. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate it. Real shit. We got a pretty big fight this weekend too. In the JBT raffle, the winner gets called the same day. That Saturday. It's $5 to enter, 5 for 20. We're giving away all monies collected. It's not a 50-50. It's 100-0. Whoever wins gets the prize. The content creators can't play, but that's not their families and shit can send in entries and try to get the bag, man. Fucking I gotta add things. You can't win if you don't play, and it's as simple as that. Like real shit. Did I just see this? This kid's retarded. Let me get Dank right real quick. I got something else I want to talk about too. Ugh. What is that dude doing? Hold up. Wait. Oh. Can't chew fucking bubble gum and walk at the same time. You know what I mean? What do you guys think about Jaime Munguia getting knocked the fuck out? That was kind of crazy. That shit hurt, man. When you think you got something in the bag, and then a motherfucker falls asleep and gets knocked the fuck out. Becoming predictable. Wow, this shit is not working. Becoming predictable as a boxer is literally the worst thing they can do. You can't be throwing the same combos, going to the head and then to the body with hooks, leaving your whole shit exposed. That dude's only got 4 knockouts, 4 of them in 20-something fights. Shit is crazy, bro. I thought for sure I had money in the bag, and everybody in here thought the same fucking thing. Got you, Dank. My bad. Takes a little long. Arena, what's up with you, beautiful? Appreciate you. Thanks for stopping through. Female fight fans are my favorite, because you dudes can talk to your blue in the face. None of you's got logic. The females, they got logic. For real, for real. Here, I'm gonna play this one more time. Thank you.
Back and finish it.
Perhaps to this young man who's coming out here, coming across and mostly in the flow.
Back and finish it.
Perhaps to this young man who's coming out here, coming.
Super crazy. Super crazy, man. I thought I had money in the bank. Shit was going good. A little extra Christmas money. I mean, Munguia falls asleep at the wheel and fucking runs into the median and gets fucking smashed. That goes to show all these fucking fights against all these lower level opponents with Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya took 2 hits on Saturday. Rocha, which most people probably picked him, but actually a lot of you were picking Curiel. I never seen the dude. I only seen one of his previous fights to that one. Fucking boxing hacker didn't even know who Curiel was, who fucking Charles Conwell was. That was a great card, man. What do y'all think about Charles Conwell too, man? He's making a little splash. He's getting his shit right. I can't wait to see him in future fights. And now everybody with Boots, supposedly offering him a fight at 154. Everybody's going fucking nuts, saying Boots is the biggest duck in fucking boxing right now. Like, this shit is so crazy and so goofy. You can be on top of the world one day with one performance, look like shit. Well, they say you look like shit. I don't like. There's so many factors into a fighter looking great on fight night that I don't. You know what I mean? I don't look at it like looking like shit or none of that. I just think it's a fucking fight between two guys, and any day, anytime, shit can go left. I think Karen's a way better fighter than people want to give him fucking credit for. But now Boots is the biggest duck in fucking boxing, ducking people not at his weight class, supposedly sending offers to fucking people that, like, I don't even know why he would have sent a contract to Conwell. And is this just Eddie doing his fucking job behind the scenes and in the media and shit? Because he's got Boots looking terrible, bro. Fucking absolutely terrible. Thanks, Lorena. I appreciate it. I'm trying to figure out how to get this in. So no, everybody's all thumbs today. Nobody wants to fucking come chop it up with your boy. William Old School got some work and shit to do, so I don't know if he'll be in here today, but if he is, great. If he's not, that's fine too. Who else is in the film? Somebody's popping here. What's up, Tim Layton? Another angry white man. That's my boy. What's up with you? I know you working and shit, man. Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you. So nobody's got any thoughts about Ryan Garcia countersuing. Shit. If you're being logical about the fucking situation, I don't think Ryan will win his countersuit. I don't think Devin will win his lawsuit. I think the shit will get thrown out and they'll end up fighting. God steps in and tells Ryan, you ain't fighting that big fucking weight bully from Japan. That dude's huge. And for him to be a welterweight is bizarre because Ryan's a welterweight. We all know that. Like, the kid couldn't get under 143. I don't know if he couldn't or he wouldn't, or that was a plan from the jump. You know what I mean? Coming in 3 fucking whole pounds overweight is blasphemy. Like, all bullshit aside, you got to be a professional, man. That's giving the sport a black eye and letting anybody who thinks they sell a couple fucking tickets to their fight, you got the right to treat your opponent like they ain't even there and coming in 3 pounds overweight. It's fucking crazy, man. But I don't think either lawsuit flies. I think they need to just get it on 420 this coming year. Like, I would already be trying to negotiate something and have a place picked out, venue, all that shit. Whatever little stipulations you bullshit fucking fighters got to put in there, put them in there, get this shit figured out, and fight in California. Like, what were you guys even doing at the Barclays? Where does that make sense? Oscar, they're both mega stars. Like, you guys even realize, today there's only 1 or 2 mega stars. There's definitely 2 in the game, and they're not even close to the stars of the past. Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, look at how many numbers that fucking fight did. Mike Tyson is an icon. Like, it's a different thing from stardom and superstardom. Iconic level is the next one, and Mike Tyson is like the only one we got right now. Maybe Floyd Mayweather, you can say was an icon, but I don't know if he's iconic status because he had a fight with one of the Paul brothers. It was a big fight, and y'all all cared about it. I watched it. I bought it. But I'm a fucking boxing junkie, so I'm buying everything. They should have this fucking fight picked out, ready to go in the Staples Center in one of these California venues. They're both California kids. What are you doing in the Barclays, Oscar? They're all chasing the little guy around, trying to chase his numbers, trying to do the same thing he did at the gate. You didn't even beat Tank and Rolly at the gate at the Barclays. They did a good gate. I forget what the numbers were offhand, but they did a little something at the gate. Not much, though. I think it was like 3 or 4 million. Tank and Rolando Romero there did pretty well. Ace, what up with you, homie? Appreciate you, dog. How long you planning on staying on? What's up with you, Big Drop Dre? I'm staying on for a little bit, man. I seen somebody else went live in our shit too, so I don't know. I was planning on staying on till probably 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. So as long as I can stay up here and fucking keep talking. Gonna get us through this morning. There ain't really nobody else on talking boxing, so why not, bro? I got the link pinned. I don't bite. Come talk some boxing with me. I know you'll click the link anytime, Big Dre. I'm not necessarily saying that to you. I'm saying that to all the fucking goofies with thumbs. Come talk some boxing, man. You automatically get respect once you get up here. You click that link, it's a fucking, I'm not treating you like a troll or none of that shit. So you boys over there from X, fucking YouTube, come on over here and talk some shit. I was on Cigar Talk yesterday. I clicked his link, went and chopped it up with that dude. He's a fucking real one. Shout out to Najee and Cigar Talk. He let me ask Tevin Farmer the question of, will you guys do what it takes to get a big fight? Would you sign the contract when it comes? He said, it depends. Dude in the comments said, I ain't keeping it. I ain't keeping the same energy. What are you talking about? The fucking dude says, I'm not willing to do what I have to do. It depends. As soon as you say it depends, that means you really can't want to fight that bad. You just can't. If a fucking contract comes from a superstar, you sign it, especially if you think you'll win. You fucking sign it, get to throwing them hammers, win the fight. Now you're the fucking man. What's this it depends shit? Oh, my bad. Hit Tommy first. My bad, Big Dre. What's up with you fellas?
What's good, champ? How you feeling?
Shit. Fucking fantastic, bro. Fantastic. Little bruised ego from the Mungia getting knocked out because I was already spending that though. I was about to bank it up, but shit happens. You know what I mean? What's up with you guys? What's up, Big Dre? Appreciate you, Tommy.
Oh, nothing much, man. I saw that you were on. I figured I'd, pop in and say
Pop
hi.
in, talk a little shit.
Talk a little shit,
Yeah, how's it going though, man?
Yeah, I hopped on, man, because I got this little excited energy while I'm cleaning the house, man. They're gonna induce my wife's labor tonight at 10:30.
Oh shit! Oh, I lost.
So, things are happening, man.
Damn, dog, you get a whole new respect for women. You'll see after that process, bro. My wife was in labor for 18 hours.
Yes, sir.
Damn, I was trying to figure out when I should put my thing in for you to come out here and drop the ball.
Yo, my wife was in labor.
He's probably gonna drop. He's probably gonna drop like I'm guessing maybe in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're probably gonna. If they induce tonight, she's probably gonna come out. You're probably looking around 6 a.m. or so.
Yeah, something like that.
Nothing more beautiful in life than creating a new life.
Then we'll be able to introduce Evander to the world, man.
Yeah, bro. I think I'm the only one that remembered that shit. I remember when you were giving us hints back then. Yeah, I knew it right away. The real deal. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
What you talking about today, D1?
Shit, talking about Ryan countersuing, Mungia getting knocked out, and whatever else you guys want to talk about.
I got Devin on the rematch if he fights Ryan again, man.
You think so?
Only for one reason. And that reason is I think Ryan has been coming apart from the seams mentally. And if your mental isn't in it, man, it makes it hard for you, to be dedicated to a training camp. It makes it hard for you to live that lifestyle. It makes it hard for you to bounce back and get in the ring. I'm not saying he can't. Maybe he does. Maybe he comes back. Maybe he knocks him out again.
He could. He definitely could win. There was spots in that fight where I'm like, what the fuck is Devin doing? Like, what are you chasing a kid around for that can just fucking literally cut you off? Cut everything off. One little hook, it's over. I don't know why he was chasing him, because the times when he was on his fucking game, what Devin does best, he was winning that fight easy. You know what I mean? Just to put it. KB, appreciate you, dog. You already know what it is.
I don't know. I seen that different. I seen him. He was doing his best, but I seen those are the rounds Ryan was taking off. because Ryan conditioning was dirt.
Me too. That's what I think too. Mateo El Filipino, appreciate you. Whatever Diggers is. Wait, are you trying to be racist? Fucking people around on this fucking YouTube shit. It's crazy. Boxing Hacker, what's up with you, Contrarian? How you doing today, my boy? Angel Diaz, what's up with you, champ? Appreciate you, dog. I'm gonna get you right. No evidence. Appreciate you, homie. Shell, what's up with you, champ? Appreciate you coming through. Yeah, he definitely had the wrong game plan. Let me wrench these 3 dudes up real quick, or 2 dudes. The other guy got a fucking, I think he's trying to be racist, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfect.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. I had a call.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
But, Devin went into that fight with the wrong game plan, and he switched up, and he tried to get it right, but it wasn't working for Ryan. And Ryan just, he did what Ryan does. He's got that left hook, and he throws it at anybody, and he throws it at everybody. And, he caught Devin with it a few times.
It's literally the fastest hook in the game. It's a devastating left hook, man. And listen, like I said last show, rolling under the hook, that's part about, like, if you know what you're looking at and you know how to box and you boxed before, rolling under the hook is what you do. But when the guy is the same size as you and it's fucking a blistering hook, you try to catch that bitch and shoot off the catch, man. You shouldn't just be waiting for the hook to roll under the shit. You shouldn't be chasing that guy around anyway, so you're in range of that fucking devastating hook. Should have just been on his jab game. Like listening to these fucking fans talk crazy on the internet and reading fucking comments in comment section. I promise that ain't what you should do. Fuck what these people gotta say, man. Just keep winning. You keep winning, the money keeps going up. When you lose, you hit the chute. Now you're back down here, especially when you don't have a promoter. When you haven't told a promoter, hey, I'm on your team. I want to fight for you. Give me this 3-fight deal. When you get knocked out and you're man without a land, that's why he hasn't got no announcements or anything yet. Kind of crazy, man.
And this
Salute the women, miracle of childbirth, low-key, torches, session. Yeah, it's definitely torturous. You get a whole new respect for women. Shout out to everybody in the building. Smash the like. I appreciate y'all. Very true. But all you got to keep is your glove up so it doesn't land that many times. And listen, he had his glove up. It's the positioning. You can be holding the phone. If you're holding the phone up here and it's not where it's supposed to be, your whole chin is exposed. Hand placement matters. You know what I mean? You can't be back here with it because his hand was up. The first hook he got hit with, he was technically in defense. He was shooting a jab and that bow and arrow, man.
Yeah.
That shit changed everything, bro. It definitely changed everything. So you gotta be good. You gotta have sound fundamentals, and you can't have yes men in your corner all the fucking time. Just telling you the greatest thing since sliced bread. You got to have some guys in there that will tell you when you're doing wrong, correct you when you're just hitting that bag. And hitting that bag without intention is the worst thing a fighter can do. When you're just playing around on bags and shit, because whether you know it or not, your muscles remembering hitting the bag. However you're hitting the bag, you know what I mean, you got to do this shit with fundamentals the whole time. You can't play boxing.
Yeah, you're just hitting the bag to be hitting the bag, man. You got to be hitting the bag with bad intentions, and you got to make it, as real as possible. Because if you don't, you will find yourself in that muscle memory situation. While muscle memory is good for something, it ain't worth a shit in other situations. And you'll go out and do something stupid. And unfortunately, he went out and did something really stupid. So I don't blame him for losing the fight. I mean, he went into a fight with a bad game plan and um, a thought process where he thought he had something that he didn't. You know, it's one thing to have knockout power and know you got knockout power. But when you don't have knockout power and you go in trying to knock somebody out, that's just a recipe for disaster.
You left a big elephant in the room, man. And
Yeah.
you know,
When do you
there's
got
the big yeah, you know what the elephant is, man. That man was chemically enhanced. Now, even if they say it was a little bit, we all know that these fighters cycle on and off of steroids. So if you catch someone on the end of a cycle, it's going to be low in their system because it's leaving their system. And secondly, he's not the first dude to get popped for ostarine. So did Amir Khan. So did a few other dudes. They say it has no helpful benefit. Then why do all these fighters keep taking it? Even if the benefit is just to help you retain a little more muscle while you make weight for a fight, guess what? You coming in just a little bit stronger, man. So he also lost to a dude that was juiced. It's just a fact. We how effective it was or not, we don't know, but we can't get around that.
Well, Tony, you know, I'm
absolutely?
going to discount the ostarine, and I'm going to tell you why I'm going to discount the ostarine. From everything that I've heard, ostarine in its intended use is a 4 to 6 week cycle.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
All
you
right,
G.
all right, we good.
is a 4 to 6 week cycle.
Busy.
And
What's up with
he
you,
was-
Young G?
he was
Appreciate you
tested
stopping through.
regularly on a 2-week basis. So that's
Well,
what going
there's ways to mass test. Now, you know, he might have not been able to do it on that last one. There's ways to mass test, and oftentimes it's not even that difficult.
Most definitely.
Sometimes
Ways
it's
to
you
mass
know
test.
sometimes it's just a matter of drinking a lot of water. It depends on what you're trying to cycle out of you.
You're right, but there are masking agents out there. As a cyclist, I went through a lot of this stuff. We talked about a lot of different
Oh, you
performance
definitely know that.
enhancers. You know, back in the early '80s, because there were, you know, things that you could take that would mask certain things.
A lot of things mask PEDs, but it's not factual.
Well,
It's
you know that there's
it's a crapshoot, Dre.
well,
You can't.
it's
They're also talking about the IVs and what he did there in the countersuit, and like everybody's got this false fucking narrative in their brain that you take an IV that's masking, or you're smoking weed and that's masking. The shit though, it's not a magic trick. Like ostarine is highly detectable. It is literally the dumbest fucking PED a fighter can use. They'll
But why
detect
they
it
keep
if
taking
you
it? They
touched
keep
it.
taking it though, D.
They don't keep taking it.
Yeah, Amir Khan got popped.
Yeah, that
Ryan
was
got
mad
popped.
long ago. How long ago was Amir Khan?
That was just a few years ago.
Yeah, it's the dumbest PED to use, bro. And Amir Khan's was most likely contamination as well. Like they don't come out, USADA and all these people come out and tell you, there's a problem with the supplements. For NFL athletes, all these guys getting popped for ostarine, it's because the fucking supplement companies are trying to make great vitamins, so you take it and you feel something off of it and you feel like it's fucking working. They're adding shit that is on the banned
Yes,
substance
that's
fucking
a
list.
fact.
And it's hard to get around. And listen, once you pop for it, I'm not advocating for no fucking cheater. He's a cheater. I think he cheated Devin in a whole different way. You got it in your system, you're a fucking cheater, but you have to tell these people what you're taking, so when you do get fucking caught with it, they can go back and test the fucking supplements that you got listed on there. And that's why he's ultimately suspended. He didn't list all of the supplements he was taking, and they got him. So it is what it is, man.
They got him
You
with a
know,
stiff one too. That was a stiff suspension.
well, a
Yeah,
year is a
he's
long
suspended
time.
for a year.
and it is a stiff suspension, and I think it's a warranted suspension. You know, you get caught with anything, um, it's um, it's wrong. No matter how you look at it, it's wrong. And when you go out here and people talk about masking agents, and um, um, the '80s they got really good at masking agents, and then so what they started doing was not only did they test you for the drug, they test you for the masking agent. You know, to figure out what you were doing um, as what you were using as a masking agent. And
Yeah, but
that
just
got a
because
lot of people caught.
just because you take a known masking agent doesn't mean it's going to mask it. It's all a
Yeah,
crapshoot. Osterine's
yeah, it's
so
not a fact.
highly detectable. They'll catch that shit if it's on your jeans and you go to fucking take a piss. Like people don't understand. That's the worst fucking PED to take in that. So when he got caught, from the times he got caught, like if he was really on Osterine trying to get performance enhancing effects from it, he would have popped in the first test. He would have popped against Tank. He would have popped all along the shit. It's just so fishy, man. I don't even really like fucking talking about the shit anymore because then people think I'm trying to fucking advocate for a cheater, and I'm not. He's a fucking cheater. He's paying his fucking punishment for it.
Yeah.
I just want these two guys to fight again. It's literally one of the biggest fights in the sport. And these guys are both prize fighters. They're both looking for the biggest bags they can possibly get. Why aren't we fucking hyping this fight up? Like, instead of just talking about the masking and the PED and all the extra bullshit, the rematch should be signed. They should be fighting in California. They could do a
Facts.
huge gate. It's just the people that control these two fighters. I don't know if they know what the fuck's going on, especially since you have them fighting fucking New York City. For what? Ryan ain't got no fans in New York. Devin's a fucking Henderson Bay Area kid. What the fuck were they doing, bro? Angel Diaz, bro, the link's pinned, bro. If you want to come up here, bro, you already know diuretics. If you can take them correctly, I will show you a way that you will come out negative. I'm sure, dude. Cal Coolit, thank you, bro. Cal Coolit's a real motherfucking G. Threw me a huge cash app at the end of the show on Friday, and I didn't have the chance to shout him out. I appreciate you, my boy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cal. Real shit. Yo, what you guys?
Let me just quickly, man. I just want to say thank you to you and everyone who contributed, man, to this baby fund, man. I really appreciate it, fellas.
No doubt, bro. No doubt, bro. I already know what it is. It's about to be crazy for you. Diapers are crazy expensive. And nowadays, shit, that formula and shit, bro.
Yo, we got mad diapers. I got mad diapers right now.
Do you? That's good, bro. I remember
don't worry
having
about it.
diaper
People need
parties and
mad
shit.
diapers.
Crazy, bro. The
Listen,
ring
I got
don't
4
never
of
lie.
them, man. And I'm glad they all grown now. But, man,
Super fucking
diapers,
glad
formula,
about that.
shoes, clothes. I mean, it's just lack of sleep. You name it, it's coming your way, man. But it is the absolute best feeling in the world when
It
when
is.
they hand you that baby for the
It
first
is,
time.
bro.
It
It
is the
definitely is.
in the world. So
It's a fucking blessing, bro. But yo, we're gonna talk about this fight more on Friday. We got the heavyweight matchup. Usyk Fury 2. It's gonna be a good fucking fight, man. I like the first fight. I thought Fury won the first fight 7-5. Fairly easy to score too. Like, I know he got knocked down and people are rooting for Usyk and shit. To me, Fury still won the fight if we're scoring it round by round. I thought he won 7-5. I can't change my score.
I just rewatched that one. You know, I still had it for Usyk, but I could see you going that way though, because it was a close fight. You know, and Fury had me a little bit scared in the 5th round. He hurt Usyk. He had him hurt, and to me, that's why this fight is still intriguing because Usyk can be hurt. He could be hurt to the body. He could be hurt to the head. The man can be hurt. He's not infallible. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but Fury has been knocked down by everybody he's fought in the last 4 fights. So I don't know whether
Who you got in the rematch?
I'm going with Usyk, man.
I got Usyk by KO.
Yeah. You guys are both wrong. I got Fury. He's gonna fucking lean on him, dude. He's gonna change the whole fight strategy up. Gonna play the big man. He's gonna make this shit ugly, and he's definitely gonna win that fight, bro. And then you guys got to think about what's on the line for promoters after this fight.
No,
There's a
exactly.
huge Anthony Joshua fucking Tyson Fury fight. If Usyk doesn't knock him out and it's competitive, I can't imagine the fucking people that run the sport aren't gonna push the Fury over the line and to get that big ass Wembley Stadium mega fight. Like the Joshua Dubois fight was a huge fight. This one, Tyson, that shit's gonna break all fighting records, bro. It's got to be Shell. It's got to be KO. L Bugs, what's up with you, homie? Mike Ryan, appreciate you, OG. Appreciate you. Usyk stopping Fury and setting up the Triple D rematch for Undisputed. Triple D stopped Usyk. If people are being honest about the situation, Daniel Dubois stopped Usyk. That fucking dude was on the ground for 5 minutes. And listen, we can't really. I think it was a legal blow, but we can't. If the ref was counting, does he get up there? I don't know, man. I don't know if he gets up there, bro, because that was a hard body shot.
Yeah, and even if he did get up D1, do you think he'd have been able to recover, or just would have took a pounding after that? So yeah, you're right.
Salute to you, Angel. Appreciate you, dog. What's up with you, OG? You could turn that off if you want.
Well, it's going to be a good fight either way. I think, Usyk is going to do his thing again. Or at least that's where I'm putting my money.
Putting it on Usyk, Big Dre.
Who you got? Man.
Welcome to the panel, Angel. Welcome to the panel, Mr. Diaz. What's up with you, Coach?
Welcome to the panel, champ.
I'm telling you, I've been doing this since I was 25. I'm on 50. They don't
Angel,
make the fights.
Your sound's a little off. If you want to cut the camera, it's like lagging. If you cut the camera, I'm sure it'll fucking act right. You know what I mean?
Wait, give me 1 second.
I appreciate anybody who comes up here, fucking clicks the link, and then puts on their camera. That's real shit. We already know you got everybody up here will cam up, so you guys are more than welcome. If your sound's fucked up, cut the camera off, and it will be much, much better. Something about StreamYard and camera and fucking bandwidth, all that good shit.
Are we good now?
Yeah, no, your picture's good. I just, you're like when you talk.
No, it won't. This thing won't raise. Let me come right back in. Let me come right back in.
Sound good now. Sound great now.
All right. No, guys, let me tell you, I train boxers from Cuba and everything. I've been doing this since I was 25. The thing is about Cuban boxers is I want a Cuban boxer to go with an American black fighting trainer to show him how to turn that punch over. Some of them just don't listen. Let's see who we got. David and David coming soon. No, and I'm going to Cuba real soon to see 2 new prospects, but they're like 16. I'm just gonna go take film and do what I gotta do, and then I shoot it to my people here in the States. And guys, I'll shoot you the film. And everybody, let me tell you that I don't know what's up with boxing today. It's like boxers don't want to box. You send me any contract with millions behind it, I'll tell you, hey, I don't want to know the speculations. I'll sign. Where do I sign? I want to bring money to my family. That's all I'm saying. Oh my God, guys. In Cuba, you know what? I've seen monster fighters. Monsters. and because they just be misbehaved, they're in the corner selling bread. Couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. And I was a baseball player from Cuba, so I went to college for free because of baseball. And I boxed in baseball. I boxed in Cuba also, but only till 10 years old. So my mom told me, nope, no more. I became very aggressive. Yeah, I was a complete and total, you know what. Oh, wow, everybody. Let me tell you, Cuba's very calm, but you cannot own anything. You can't have
Communist,
you
right?
can't have a boat. Well, I went fishing with my friends, my cousins, and when I came back with my cousins, they took all our fish away and they took all our rods away.
Shit.
And I was like telling my cousins, yo, we could buy that again. I'll send it to you back again. Don't argue with these police in Cuba. No, guys, let me
No
tell you
point.
one thing. If you ever go to Cuba, the first thing you got to do is, I don't know nothing about the government. No, I'm just here on vacation. No, this place
We're
is
not
beautiful.
allowed in Cuba.
I don't know nothing about the government.
Angel,
Stay on that. I know
we're allowed
nothing
there.
about government. Yeah, I'm telling you, everybody,
Can y'all hear me?
it's sad.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. Hey, what do you, hold on, I gotta address this guy in the comments. Sorry, guys. Stavi, what were we supposed to be apologists for, Stavi? And this is his second or third time being here. I appreciate you, bro, but I won't apologize for Nathan. I'll never
Yeah,
go.
you in the wrong show. You want somebody to apologize.
Huh? What would I have to apologize for? I ain't punched nobody in the face or anything like that. Getting no fucking apologist out of me. Angel, but besides the Olympics, Cubans owned the Olympics. This is the only Olympics y'all had one gold medalist, right? What, dude? Cuba wins the Olympics all the time. Bruce Gas,
Well, you know
appreciate
what?
quadruple OG. Salutations, my boy. What is this dude talking about? Oh shit! Did I do that? Oh, he just dropped
Oh, I
off.
think you knocked my. I had some questions for him. You know, I'm Cuban American. I
Oh,
had some
no
questions
doubt,
for
bro.
him.
Angel's awesome, bro. He's been in boxing fucking longer than I've been alive, dude.
Where does he
Great.
train? What state is he out of?
I think he's in Florida or something. I've missed that part of it, but yeah, dude. I don't even think we're allowed in Cuba, though. I thought Americans
No,
can't.
we can't go directly. You got to go from Mexico or from Canada.
Yeah, and say you're Canadian when you're there, but when you're pulling out U.S. passports to hand to the fucking people, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. So I would already have been there if I could have gone. So all the Canadians I see on vacation, they're like, you got to get to Cuba. It's way fucking better than here. I'm like, I'm a boxing junkie.
I want to go. I want to go because I got family there. So, but you know,
Ashley,
I'm Cuban too, Angel.
how you
Saludo.
doing?
Okay.
Stopping through.
You know what I do? I go to Cuba. I give my family 70, 80 pounds of medicine, whatever they need. And my grandpa, he's 99 years old. He tells me, turn around, get back in the plane, go back to Miami, get away from here.
Wow.
That's what he tells me.
Salutations, my boy.
Yeah. You know what? There's no medicine.
No
And then
medicine.
I go, I go to Castellanos baseball gym, and I go to Cuban. The gym is called Cuban Boxing Gym, but he knows English, like not like you and I do, because look, guys, I got here when I was 10. I went to college. I went to college because of baseball and boxing, guys. I'm telling you, it's differently. In Cuba, just don't say a word. The best thing you say is nothing. I'm telling you. And I gotta go back January 5th.
And,
January 5th.
Yeah.
No, and you know what? Tomorrow they operate my left eye because smart guy here is still sparring at 48 years old.
I can't get enough.
Yeah, you can't make this stuff up. No, guys, the thing is I like aggression, not like meaning wrong aggression, but aggression in the ring. I like to fight.
Yeah,
I like
me
to
too.
fight.
I have a question for you. Of the professionals now, who do you think is the best of the Cubans?
Morrel.
Okay.
But there's another guy coming, Iglesias.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Iglesias. Yeah.
That's who I like out of all of them. That right
Iglesias
hook.
beat
Ah,
Morrel. Iglesias beat Morrel when they were younger. Remember?
mhm.
Okay.
Yes, he did. And so did Julio Cesar La Cruz. Julio
You
Cesar La Cruz beat Morrel also when they were younger.
Andy
See, but
Cruz.
yeah, Julio Cesar La Cruz. No, Andy Cruz is a 135.
Yeah,
Julio
you like
Cesar
right?
de la Cruz. Yeah,
I
no, the
love
thing
Andy.
is, guys, no, let me explain to you this. Julio Cesar La Cruz is really good, but that guy is, he likes that system down there in Cuba. He rather go make money here, make millions here, and then go back down there for what?
Yeah, no reason
To
to.
go
Once
down
you
to
get
that BS down there?
Madrimov beating Iglesias in the amateurs, says Stavi.
Oh wow.
Stavi, if you weren't such a troll, Stavi, and you came in here fucking talking out the side of your neck, I probably would have wrenched you up. But we need a couple more times.
Madrimov is really good, man.
Super good,
Yeah.
bro. Like
Madrimov is
people don't
really good.
understand that up and down, changing levels, in and out. The where what is it? What country is he from?
Uzbekistan or
Yeah, the
Kazakhstan?
Uzbek. The Uzbek. The Cuban boxing style and the Uzbek style give Americans fits, man. It's like they don't know what to do with the level changing, and it's rightfully so. When you don't when you know the fundamentals of boxing and when and where a guy is technically supposed to throw a punch, that in and out, up and down, it confuses the shit out of fighters, bro. That's why I give Crawford a lot of credit at 37 years old for beating that kid.
Crawford's a beast. Crawford's a beast. I don't care what anybody says. Crawford's a beast. Let me tell you one thing also, guys. We bring a slick Cuban boxer from Cuba to here, and I want him to train with an American black boxer, a trainer,
Get
an
that.
American black trainer, to show Andy Cruz how to sit back on his punches, how to turn them over. If you don't start knocking people out, Andy's knocked two people, stopped two people.
Yeah.
But everybody, you got to remember, those two were not that good. You see, at 135, there's a lot of fights there. At 140, there's a lot of fights there.
A lot of fights there.
Yeah.
Boxing says, I keep saying it, Madrimov versus Boots is a crazy match. I think it might be 50-50. I would say it's 50-50 too, bro. Look at this Eddie Hearn's got people like this guy out here talking crazy about Boots. And I get it. You guys think he doesn't want to fight nobody at 54, but he's not even got there yet. And Eddie over here talking about dropping titles and moving up, and we're not going to fight anybody at 54 other than Virgil Ortiz. What happens when you go up there and Virgil doesn't take the fight or he's got something else going on? Now you give people like Stavi down here all the fucking ammo in the world. I wanted him to go up there and fight Ortiz. I definitely did. If you know me and know how I talk about boxing, Boots beats the shit out of Virgil. It's a styles thing. Virgil just keeps coming. That's exactly what Jaron Ennis wants you to do. Keep coming at me throwing punches. I'm going to bust you up. So, like, all this bullshit with Eddie Hearn and Boots, it's bad, bro. It gives him the right to say this kind of goofy shit. So, I get it.
But you have to remember, Eddie Hearns is not the one jumping in the ring.
No, he's not. Talks a lot, though.
He talks a lot.
It's all good, though. Supposed to. That's his fucking job,
If
right?
he brings the fights, guys, honestly, I'll pay for him. I'll watch him.
But see, look at Stavi. What you're saying, I like it, Stavi. I really do. I think Boots fucking beats the shit out of Boa Chuck, something like the Villa fight. But what you're failing to realize, Stavi, is he's not going to fucking 54 anytime soon. He's trying to unify the division, which I think it's a waste of time doing that too, because these guys don't want to fucking fight. But Eddie says they're in contract negotiation with Stan Jonas and Barrios for unifications. Brian Norman don't want to fight, but nobody's out there calling Norman a duck. I just hate that word in boxing, man. Avoid. Boots, what?
I take a different look, D1. I take a different look for the fact that he's sending mixed messages when he's talking about, yeah, I'm 27, it's not so easy to make weight, maybe it's time to move up. You leaving room for people to say, okay, so move up then. Fight this guy, fight that guy. And then secondly, those fights at 154 are going to get him. I mean, listen, who you want to see him fight, man? Barrios on his record or Virgil Ortiz? You want to see him with Stanley Jonas or a Terrence Crawford? It's like all the smoke for him is at 54. The money fights for him is at 54. If he wants to, I see him maybe 2 more fights at 47, and I don't think he's going to unify, because I think these dudes are going to run from him and not fight him and make it hard for him to go undisputed, and he's going to be forced to move up. I bet you.
You definitely got a point,
destroying
bro.
his body. He's destroying his body by trying to make 147.
But I don't argue. I'm against both of y'all points, but Barrios on his resume for a unification, it solidifies him as a champion, because what he said about the email title and I haven't really beat a champion at 47. That shit all makes good sense to me, and that's what everybody claims they want a Tank to do, this guy to do. Like, we gotta fucking keep the same energy, man. And if he doesn't get a unification at 47 and he ends up fighting fucking Tio, I'll be disappointed. I like the Tio fight. I like any fucking 2 top guys going at it. It's all good to me. Jado, what's up with you, homie? Appreciate you, bro. In 2 cents. What's up, Jay? Appreciate you.
Tio's no good, guys. That guy's no good. He's a racist.
Oh, yeah, and he's
I'm
playing
Latin.
nose.
I'm Latin, and I'll tell you that right now. And just like Ryan, another piece of work to not say what I want to say.
Yeah. Racism, I don't have no fucking tolerance for that.
Nope.
Where I grew up and the people I grew up around, bro, it gets no fucking play from me.
They're lucky they're in the United States, because they was in Cuba. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh wow, guys. No, you don't do that, guys. It's just being a normal human being. Jeez.
Yeah.
Now,
there's no reason.
Do you honestly think Tio will fight him?
I don't know. I guess he did. They said that Eddie said he got a contract from Bob for a Tio fight. So, but I thought Boots is the A side. I don't know about that, man. It all just seems kind of clout chaser-ish. And these promoters nowadays, we all learn that they'll fucking play along with the game. Oh yeah, Bill, you got 20 million for Tank. Eddie will play along with you. He's a promoter. He's supposed to do that shit. You know what I mean? He's supposed to fucking be acting like my guy's got all these big name fucking fights. Even if it's true or not true, he's still doing his job as a promoter. But I don't know if the Tio fight is real, but Boots says it's there. Eddie says it's there. Fucking Team Tio says it's there. And if Tio does fight Boots and wins, we got to look at Tio a whole fucking lot different. I look at him as he's a fucking racist and he does all this goofy extra shit. But we got to start putting him in different conversations. He does have a pretty good resume, but the resume talk goes out the window when you lose to fucking George Kambosos. We can't compare now, because you got a fucking loss, which is huge when you're talking resumes and who's the better fighter and which guy you like. Like, yeah, I mean, it's that one in the L column, pretty big deal. Hard for you to argue he's got this great resume when he's got a loss on it. So
another thing is, remember, that ring doesn't lie, guys. Always remember, that ring doesn't lie. That's why you learn the truth. It's put them in the ring.
Yep, that anything can happen at any time. We all learned that this weekend too. Fucking put to sleep was devastating to me, almost as devastating to me as him fucking laying on the canvas. It was kind of a quick count. He got up at 8. He was still a little shaky. But in a championship fight, when you're dealing with somebody that sells tickets, you gotta let him try to get out of that. You don't call
put out by a Frenchman we never heard of, with a low knockout ratio, no power.
Lee Jackson, what's up with you, homie? Appreciate you, dog.
Exactly.
First seen you. Salute to you, man. Welcome, Angry White Man.
I didn't see that one coming. That guy had like 2 or 3 knockouts, and he laid that guy out big time. Nasty.
4 and
He was
20.
over. Guys, he was over.
33%.
He was over.
Fucking A. That was
Knocked
brutal,
him
bro.
out.
And
You
I,
know
it's
what he
just
called us?
yeah, dead
No.
on the ball. It's like
It's the punch. The
I
punch
said
you
it
don't see that comes hit you. That's the punch
exactly.
that lays you out.
Yep. It only takes 8 pounds of
Yeah,
pressure, man.
dude.
And that's the problem with becoming predictable in your combinations. You can't be out there boxing against a guy that's a pure boxer that ain't got no knockouts. He's waiting and looking for holes in your attacks, especially when you're somebody like Jaime Munguia. He gets sloppy, dude. After the 1 through 3, he's crispy. You know, he's a little lackluster on defense, and he rolls punches second to none, right up there with Canelo. But 4th on, he gets sloppy. He gets wide with his punches. It's easy to hit him with a 1-2 in between combos, and that's exactly what happened. Lee, I don't know if you were here before. Salutations, though, homie. I appreciate you. I'll rent you up in a second. Do you keep the same energy for all racist stuff like Mike Tyson said? I wasn't aware Mike Tyson said any fucking racist shit. Let me ask you, if Fury said, "I'll never let a black boy beat me," would you call him a racist? Yes.
Fury's the biggest racist.
No, I wouldn't say it over a "will a black boy beat me." But Tio, the monkey shit, that's racist, Stabby. If you can't see that, I don't know what to say to you, my boy. I don't. Monkey and
If you accept that would you accept about what Tio said about the banana and all that stuff? Man, you're a racist. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
Let's keep it a buck.
A lot of people think boxing is a racist sport. It's not meant to be a racist sport. It's meant to be nation versus nation. It is. It is. It gets racist, and the fans fucking make it even more racist than it should be. But it's about your country. It's about where you come from. This shit's always been boxing in the amateurs to get to the Olympics, and that's all country based. That's the kind of boxing I root for. If you're from the USA, I'm rooting for you. Like, I thought Paro was gonna beat Hitchens because of their performances leading up to the fight. Shout out to Richardson Hitchens. He's from the same state I'm from. We need champions in this state. I appreciated the performance, but his style of fighting isn't my cup of fucking tea. But he beat Paro, and I was rooting for him. Even though I thought he was going to lose, I was still rooting for Richardson. And I'll continue rooting for him from here on out. Richardson and Devin, they're like, maybe it's just internet bullshit, but I wouldn't mind between them two.
They're correct. They're two good people. They should make millions together.
Yeah.
Make millions together.
Yeah, he did, Tim. You're talking about Munguia. He dropped the phone for a half a second, but it's not really even him dropping the phone. Maybe you're talking about Devin. But he didn't drop the phone. He's running combos. Body, head, bump. And that dude was waiting for it, dude. He was like, he had his fist back like this. As soon as he went to throw that second body punch, bat, out cold. That shit was crazy. Well, he wasn't out cold. He got up, but he was definitely, he was knocked for a second. Yeah, definitely dizzy.
And sometimes I don't know, I don't know exactly what happened with him, but sometimes it's not even how hard you get hit. It's just how you get hit sometimes. Because I've been hit with some flush shit that hasn't really done nothing. And I remember being grazed on the top of my head and having my whole bell rung. And I was just grazed. And it wasn't even a heavy-handed dude. You know what I mean? And I don't know why I was so dizzy.
Spots, bro. Spots.
It's boxing. It's boxing. In fact, once you look, sometimes you run into a punch. They hit you double or double the weight.
Running into it probably doubles the punching power of it. Like when Tank knocked Rolly out with that half a throwaway punch, it's the inertia and the centrifugal force of the punch in your body forward. It'll knock you silly. But I know exactly what you're talking about, Tommy. You get touched on that one spot, like you get hit in the temple with a graze shot, it can turn you into a fucking spaghetti. You can get punched as hard as you can in the side of the head and eat that joint, and it's all good. Punch placement matters. Where you get shot, you get hit, it matters. What's up, Boxing Hacker? Welcome to the stage. Hope we can have a civil conversation. You know I got nothing but
Always. Hey, what's up, guys? Angel.
Hey, what's happening, Hacker?
What's up, brother? How y'all doing, man?
What's good? Oh,
Hey, I was-
Sky, let me tell you what he said about right now about a punch placement. It's very correct. Our bodies have places that you could punch them. Look at the way David Morrell hits people right on their chin, right here. You gotta try to put that chin right in the back of their face, guys. That affects people big time. It's punch placement and also setting up the punch.
Yeah, definitely matters. David Morrell and Benavidez, they're not like, I can't believe that that's not the number one fight talked about. I know we got the heavyweight bout this weekend, but after this weekend, I'm promoting that fight as hard as I can, bro.
Yeah, that's gonna be
on this channel. I'll be dropping shorts and all that shit about that fight, man, because we gotta have it, and that's what boxing fans claim they want. So this little to no buzz over it.
I know him. I know him.
Players, man, not you guys, but you know.
So who do you think's gonna win?
I served
Morrell.
88.
Morrell.
I know you guys will say Morrell. That's your countryman, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm trying to salutate a Marine here, my boy.
Okay.
Salutations, I served 88. We appreciate you, dude. Thank you for your service to our great country, man. Salutations.
All right.
Stopping through, homie. All right, go ahead, boys.
You two, D1, you think Morrell got it? Or you gonna go with
No, listen, man. I even know Angel's here. I'm going to tell you my honest. I like Morrell and I like David Benavidez. I like them both. It's a 50-50 fight, but the experience factor in the fight, David has been at this bigger stage for a lot longer than David Morrell. But David Morrell has sold out a couple joints in Minnesota. I think, yeah, it's the Armory in Minnesota. A legendary place to fight, holds a couple thousand people. But man, if I can get there before I die, I will be at the Armory to watch a fight. It's a
Morrell's last fight wasn't that good either, right?
No, Hot Rod doesn't get Hot. People don't understand. Hot Rod can fucking fight. You casual boxing fans see him get beat one time, and you fucking run around the internet downing this guy. So when Morrell goes 12 with him, it looks like Morrell is fucking. Oh, he looks like shit. But the technical aspect, and he looked hurt. His left hand wasn't really his left hand. He probably had an injury. Hot Rod is it's a great fight.
Yeah, and he was his survival mode.
Spectacularly. You can't. That's the only thing I don't like about the Benavidez Morrell fight is they could have made it way bigger. If Morrell comes off a demon time knockout and then they make the fight, it's a much, much bigger fight. But I get it. The fight wouldn't get made if he looked fucking demon time spectacular, knocking shit out. When you see the man looks moral and he looks mortal, you can go 12 rounds with him. That's when fights are made. People think it's pussy shit, but it's really just business, man. They're trying to get, okay, you think you're the man. We just seen you look like shit. I'm going to come and challenge you, and we're going to get it. I think this fight can be huge. I think David Benavidez wins off of experience, but I don't count out Morrell. I think Morrell can punch. He can do a lot of shit in that ring, man. He can fucking fight. But
you know what? Don't discount. Oh, my bad. Dude.
No, you're good. You're good. You can't get experience. Nothing but experience.
No, let me just say one thing. A couple of things. Look, Morrell has head movement. Morrell has foot movement. David Benavidez is right there to get split.
Right, you're right.
He got no head movement. We know that. We've been training him. I'm gonna be in Minnesota tomorrow.
Shout out to you.
No, I just don't show my film to everybody. No, I'm telling you guys. Well,
we're gonna see something special. Okay. I like
Morrell, I believe Morrell is gonna win, but he's gotta you know what? He's gotta do his job in the ring.
Tommy, you had something to say. Go ahead, bro.
Well, I was going to say, as far as experience under the bright lights, Benavidez got that. Now, when you talk about experience in the ring, Morrell got 135 amateur fights on the highest level, on the world level. He knows what it is to travel. He knows what it is to fight the highest competition. he might have more ring rounds than more rounds in the ring than David Benavidez. I know amateurs not the same, but if you just talk about rounds in the ring, Benavidez had like 6 amateur fights or something crazy like that. I forgot what it was. He had very, very few amateur fights. You know, he's been learning on the job. Morrell got a 4-inch reach advantage and
What?
faster feet.
What
If
are
he
they
could keep
arms? What the fuck?
He has
4 inches?
4 inches.
4 inches.
That's,
That's crazy. I didn't even think it was that.
All right, I'm not making a pick yet. I think I'm just fucking
You know what?
That might be a
Hey,
different. And they're like same height too, right?
that film don't
Yeah,
lie.
inch difference.
Huh? The height
I
difference is
think Benavidez is an inch taller, maybe.
yeah.
I
You
don't
know,
know what's up with
Benavidez
those. I don't know what's up with those
guys,
Cubans.
so I think it's different now. He has to find a big guy in front of him. You know.
Yeah, see,
And one,
and that's what I was gonna say, and I forgot because I was so fixated on withdrawing my pick. Benavidez against the Boo Boo Andre, like he showed he can box in that open stance. Let's remember, it's southpaw versus orthodox. I know people are complaining about the term open stance in boxing. They're saying it's made up, but here on the East Coast, open stance fighting is when a left-hander fights a right-hander, and that's what we're about to see. David Benavidez showed that his lead hand control in the open stance, he plays with you, he paws it down, he still uses his jab. Like he's a monster. They ain't just calling him that for no reason. This is a fucking fight. This is Hagler Hearns type shit. This is fantastic fight. It's the equivalent to Tank and Shakur fight in their division.
In
Like, it really is. It's a great
I want to see it.
Benavidez was way bigger than Boo Boo, wasn't he?
I want that. Hey, I want to see it.
Benavidez
This
seemed
fight,
like he was a lot bigger than Boo Boo too. I think there was like a good. When they
Boo Boo
rehydrate,
was
it looked like
fucking- Boo Boo looked like he was a heavyweight in there, bro. He looked
You
like he
think
was 2+ pounds. No problem, bro. Height wise, yeah. David Benavidez got him. And
Yeah, I mean, to me, it looked like Benavidez was a stronger, taller fighter in that fight.
David Benavidez, I think he's working back with Memo this camp, so I wouldn't expect drug testing, and I would expect David to look like he did for the Caleb Plant fight, nice and ripped up, because Memo ain't playing. I don't know what he's giving to these guys. We're not gonna, but him and Victor Conte should be the last 2 people ever let near a fucking.
You want to talk about Victor Conte? I live here in Miami, Florida. I went to his place in Broward one day when I was in high school. This was like 25 years ago. And then this guy asked me, "Hey, what do you need?" And I'm like, "No, bro, don't talk to me. You're a cop. Don't talk to me. Get away from me." You know, I can't say the people who I took over there because I played minor league baseball. That guy's a cop.
He shouldn't be allowed near a boxing ring because of like just the implications. Okay, let's say his jail bid, he turned his fucking leaf. He's a new man. What makes you think coming back into a sport where there is the most money ever on the line in one 36-minute fight, where he's not going to turn back over that leaf and say, you know what, my guys took a couple losses. Here's the zinc formula you need.
Well, I mean, boxing. So here's the thing about that, though. You gotta remember, boxing is a sport where it's like you have people from all walks of life. You know, people that were criminals before. You have coaches who used to sell drugs, and now they're training children in boxing rings. You know, so
you can't.
A snake will always be a
Go
snake.
ahead, Tommy.
A snake will always be a snake.
Well, I was gonna say you can't ban somebody for something they might do. The parole board said the parole board could have told me, well, you might go home and kill somebody again. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I would have never left prison. Thank God, you know, I made it out.
I got you, bro. And listen,
that's how the thing is, man. You can't, you know, everybody deserves a second chance. Now, if he messes up again, then we could be like, yeah, he messed up. But
listen, they caught him the first time. Like they had to have confessions and snitches. Like there's the fucking shit that guy can do for a high level combat athlete. He should be allowed nowhere near this fucking place, bro. Because like with football, people can get hurt. In any sport, people can get hurt. This sport, we'll play for keeps, bro. And the shit that guy can do for a human body shouldn't be allowed nowhere near the fucking ring. But if he is, then give whatever he's given to his fighters to all of the fighters.
Yeah, I mean, I think anybody can join Snack, right?
They're all fucking
the problem
in the line of what's legal, what's not. So if he's going to be allowed, he should have to give his fucking formula of whatever it is he's given to his fighters, so all the fighters can take it if they shall choose.
I mean, anybody can join Snack. I think it's more as long as it's legal. Like that's what really matters, you know. And like I said, at the end of the day, like if you look at boxing as a whole, like, dude, everybody comes from any type of walk of life. There have been people that have been killers, there have been drug dealers, there have been people that are coaches today, and their past was nasty work in the past, you know. So,
Lee Jackson,
Don King, man.
Guys, look, a drug dealer is the worst person you ever meet. Now, sell drugs to his family, sell drugs to his family, and see what happens. You're gonna have to light them up.
I 100% agree because I grew up in culture. I grew up around that shit. People would sell their own mama crack if the rents do.
Wild shit, man. That's some wild shit.
You know, we can't. It's just, to me, a guy who's known. He made Mark McGuire and Barry Bonds have the greatest home run fucking chase. They were chasing each other. Like, it's not.
Now he's doing good for boxing, though. At the end of the day, at least
he's not.
He's not. He's like an advocate.
A snake will always be a snake.
But then if we're going to ban him, we gotta ban like everybody who had like a criminal record in boxing.
That's fine too.
That's like 90% of the boxers.
No. Not.
But he's not a fighter. He's a trainer. He knows what he's giving.
He's not a trainer.
We can't treat petty thievery like fucking armed robbery. It's not the same thing. You can't, just because you're banning somebody that broke the law doesn't mean you should ban everybody that broke the law. We're getting to specifics.
He
is a fucking steroid guy, and the only reason you argue for him is because your boy takes his fucking.
No, it's not even about that. I think it's more about. No, it's not about that, because what I never understood, right? Because people always try to make the argument, I'm a Devin fan. Mikey Garcia, when he fought EJ, he was big. He was like the poster boy for Snack, and no people weren't complaining then. The model people complaining then.
Get the fuck out of here. Get fucking anybody on his supplements, him and Memo Heredia, the fuck out of boxing. They're juiced up.
Wait, so there's no. This is like double jeopardy, though. This is double jeopardy.
You want him out of here, right? You want the cheater? He's a cheater. He fucking got caught with a Oscarine. Get him the fuck out of here. But let Victor Conte and everything he's been fucking accused of stay. Like, you can't have it both ways, bro. You can't be like, oh, Snack is good, but fuck Ryan, get him out of here. He's taking fucking supplements. That's all these guys are. Everybody's taking supplements.
Ryan tested positive for a banned substance. Okay. That's way different, right?
That's fine. But that banned substance came from
only one was inconclusive. One was conclusive, right? So Ryan tested positive for a ban, so it's different. It's different.
No, you can take you want it to be different. Ant, my bad, dog. Should have been waving back there. Some shit. What's up with you, Ant? Yo, this kid wants it both ways. You want the fucking guy that got caught for taking banned supplements out of here, but you want the guy who's giving all these supplements in here.
No, and he didn't give Ryan banned supplements. So that's what I'm trying to say.
I'm not saying he gave Ryan banned supplements. I'm saying Ryan took banned supplements.
Yeah, so Ryan needs to get punched. So Victor Conte did something wrong in the past. He got punched in the past. Ryan did something in the past too. Now he's getting punished for it. You know, and I think at the end of the day, like, as long as you do your time, you can come back to the sport. Why not? As long as you're not doing anything else, you know.
And then when he gives a guy supplements and that guy turns into mega super fighter,
that if has to come. You know, if has to come first. We can't just punish people based on what if, this and that. It has to come. It has to be something that actually happens.
I can and I will. What's up, D Free? Appreciate you, homie. Listen, bro, you can't have it both ways. Either Victor Conte's okay and whatever comes with him is okay, and Ryan's okay too. Or Ryan's out of here and so is he.
Ryan getting punched has nothing to do with Victor Conte. Let's keep that. Ryan getting punched has nothing to do with Victor Conte.
I know.
Ryan's getting punched because his urine samples came back with faulty. That's on Ryan.
Yeah.
This
Ryan
is something in a different sport, and he got punished for it already.
Your shit, because you want things both ways.
Like I said, if you want to punish people for things that did in the past, then why are you only holding him accountable? You should hold everybody. Any coach that was a drug dealer should be held accountable.
I am holding Ryan accountable, and I'm holding
any coach that was a drug dealer in
He
general
hasn't
should be
done
held
yet,
accountable
because
then, right?
he's a fucking steroid guru.
Any coach
He's a
that
fucking
ever
known
sold
cheater.
drugs should be held accountable, because those go back to some of your favorite coaches. Remember that.
No doubt, J.A. Dixon.
It's a fine line when you start punishing people for things.
Let me ask you one question.
Yeah.
You don't think what Victor Conte, he knows what he's doing? That guy is a steroid dealer. He's gonna take you to the limit to see if you're positive. He's
I get that. But here's the thing, right?
I got one question with this one, fellas. I got one or comment, a question, whatever. So if Conte should never be allowed back in the sport, right? Even though he served his time or whatever, then that means we gotta hold the same standard for a fighter who gets popped for steroids. Then he should never be back in the sport. Because if we're gonna say if Conte, a dealer is always a dealer, then we gotta say a user is always a user.
You do, and we do.
I don't think either one should be banned for life.
Be in the sport.
Okay.
What are we doing? If we're gonna ban from based on past experience, there are people that sold drugs. There are people that did anything bad should also be held accountable.
No, it's not the same fucking thing, boxing hacker.
How is
it's
it not
the same fucking thing, my boy.
Okay, somebody who sold drugs, right? Those drugs are still legal under VADA too, so it is the same.
What do drugs do to a fucking fighter's punch?
Illegal drugs. It's still illegal.
It don't fucking matter. We're talking about the implications of somebody juicing up a fighter, making him this big, strong fighter. Y'all want to use
my thing is, when that happens,
I'm still talking. Like you got to stop cutting people off. Let them finish what the fuck they're saying. That's why people like Cal Coolett and fucking everybody in the fucking chat, you're railroading shit, and it fucking gets bad for the fucking airtime. Like, this is my stream, and I care about it. Let one person talk. When they're done talking, then you talk. Okay, listen. That threw me off my whole fucking train of thought. But you can't say that Victor Conte or supplements. Let's take Victor Conte out of it. You can't say that supplements made Ryan this mega fighter punching out of the fucking, and then compare supplements that make him into that. You can't. You see what I'm saying? You can't have it both ways. It's either the supplements that these fucking guys are supplying turns Ryan into a mega fighter, and that Serene made him fucking punch Devin all over the ring, or they're just fucking supplements. You can't have it both ways, bro.
So it's not both ways, right? Ryan took a legal substance. We don't know. Well, according to him, it came from a bad supplement or whatever. But the fact is, it's not the supplement that was bad. It was a substance in his body, which is the Austrian.
You really believe?
So it has nothing to do. Like you can take supplements under your own discretion, but like you can take something from GMC under your own discretion, but you can't take the things that are listed as illegal. You know
it's
what I'm saying?
A reason Conte is banned from every other major sport. He can't be trusted because of what he's capable of, and that's beating drug tests.
Yep.
Okay. Whether he's giving it to them, whether they're taking it on their own accord, whatever the fucking case may be, the guy can make undetectable steroids and stay out in front of the science that lags to catch up to these cheaters. Okay? He already knows the way. But I get it. We got to fucking realize he did his time and did his crime. I'm just saying,
that's all I'm saying.
Sport where guys can lose their fucking life, he's not allowed nowhere near the UFC. It's a fucking complete. It's a fucking. I forget what they call it in business.
You got too much competition in the UFC. All them dudes are juiced.
No.
They're all juiced. Joel Romero from Cuba. He told me they're all juiced. He lives 20 minutes from me.
Somebody got.
They're all juiced.
Angel. Oh shit! You got two people here. Yo, you got to go out and come back in, Angel. You got.
Right. Okay. You got it.
Yeah, I was gonna say with the UFC, is it a matter of fairness, or is it a matter of optics? They don't want it to look a certain way, so they don't involve this dude.
Those optics.
And the question that I have about Snack is, we call it steroids. PED, so on and so forth. But how effective is it?
Shout out to Matthew Bishop, $2.
How effective
You're
is
a fucking real
That's
one.
the question that I have.
How effective is what? PEDs?
No, I'm talking about snack. And in boxing hack, as far as the whole legality thing, that's where it gets a little bit iffy, because that's up to somebody's discretion to determine what is or what isn't legal. I mean, once upon a time, alcohol wasn't legal, and now you can buy the shit at CVS. So,
but I mean, now, but you know what's illegal now versus what's legal, right? It's not like it's a subjective list that dynamically changes on the fly. There's certain.
It is subjective, though. It is subjective because it's up to somebody's determination to declare what is and what isn't legal.
When it's documented, it's not subjective, right? It's an objective thing. Where if they say
if it's documented, that means that somebody wrote the document.
Angelome is illegal.
All of the stuff is
illegal. It's subjective, not subjective.
Stabby,
that's because of somebody's determination.
You got silent, Stabby, because you came in here with racist marks, and my OG Big Drop Dre wanted to silence you. I gave you a wrench. Now, don't be a fucking troll, buddy. Okay, Angel, you there?
But my thing is the effectiveness. How effective is this snack really? Because I've been seeing it for the past year or so, and it's like, yo, snack is this, snack is that, Victor Conti, and I understand the skepticism because of the person attached to it. But when I'm looking at the roster, the people who are on snack, I can't see one person where they turned into some super soldier, winter soldier, just all of a sudden they're being on snack.
Facts. D for the win. What's up with you, homie? Appreciate
that's
that.
That's where it gets a little.
I mean,
dicey for me.
Yo, I gotta shout out Victor Conti, man. I gotta shout out Victor Conti, man, because Victor Conti, all these sports want to let him in. He found his lane. He's still getting his hustle on. And the reason I'm shouting out Victor Conti on that, when I came home, a certified personal trainer trying to get a job in the gyms, they wouldn't hire me. Because you're a convicted murderer.
Yeah.
There's a likelihood you might exhibit violent behavior in the gym. You know what I did? I started my own business, champ. So shout out to Victor Conti. Shout out to me,
Tommy. It's hard
shout
for
out
me
to you.
Fucking literally, like, because I can't knock somebody's hustle, so it's kind of hard for me to be up here like, get this fucking cheater out of here. I can't.
I know what you're saying, man.
Take Shane Mosley out the Hall of Fame right now while we at it.
Yeah, that's all I'm like. I think at the end of the day, it just has to be per like action. Like if he does something wrong now, then we could be like, oh, he did something wrong. But I mean, if he hasn't done anything wrong since, why do double jeopardy on the brother? You know, right now he's being an advocate. All I've ever seen Conti do since he's been in boxing is be an advocate and be the spokesperson for Snack. So. Yeah, well, I think those two things are good. You know, it's not hurting.
If you weren't a Devin Haney fan, I bet you would have it.
I never had a problem even when he was with Mike.
Angel?
A snake will always be a snake. Victor Conti is a snake.
I get that. I get it, but fucking, this is a touchy subject.
Then if Victor is not allowed forgiveness, then nobody should be allowed, right? Like we should hold the same standards for everybody.
Cash.
Why is it when it comes to him, a snake is always a snake, but we can look past everybody else's sins.
Don't be a troll, Stabby.
Well, let me tell you
when you first come
why
into
did Biden take the charges away from his son?
You're right. You're right.
Yeah. I'm telling you, if it's gonna be even, it'll be even for everybody.
Listen, J.A.
That
Dixon.
never work. It sounds too communist. Nothing. It never works.
Nothing is uniform.
I know. Summed it up, and this is why I can't fucking look past what his past is. If you work for a bank and you rob that bank and go to jail and serve your time, you cannot get out and work with money anytime forever. Because it's just fucking, this is what you did, so now we got to keep you away from that. And that's all I'm saying. It's a conflict of fucking interest. He could do anything else in boxing. You could be the fucking president of Nevada. You can do anything, catch cheaters all you want, because that's his smoke screen. That's what.
So
listen, let me finish talking, my boy.
Okay.
Like you do that a lot to people. And
my bad. I do that. My bad.
Trip them up. It's a conflict of interest. This guy is a steroid supplement guru. We can't allow him into boxing to feed supplements because that's what he does here. That's what his job is, to give these guys nutritional supplements. It's a conflict of interest. He shouldn't be allowed, like J.A. said, to work in the bank and work around money when you already stole the fucking money, dog. I can't. It's something in the back of my mind still says, wait a minute.
There's always going to be a doubt.
There's always going to be that. Go ahead, Hacker.
So I give an opposite example to that. So there are people who are black hat hackers, right? They hack into people's systems. They hack, they've done things that have been egregious. They've done some cyber terrorism in the past, right? The government has actually hired those people back to be what you call gray hats, who are people that help because they know the system so well. They use them as an asset and say, okay, this person knows how to get in our system. So they can help us, teach us how to make the system better. And I think that's even a closer example of what Victor Conte is. Yes, he did all his bad things in the past, but now he's an advocate. So who better to talk to? Who better to know like the ins and outs, how people can trick the situation than somebody who did it in the past, And that's why I'm at with it, And if unless we want to claim double jeopardy, like we should do double jeopardy for everybody. Why?
No. You and this everybody shit. How old are you? Just quick question. How old are you? You want to keep it disclosed? I know you've gotten trophies for everything you've done in life because you always like this fairness and this bullshit. Like if this guy did it, then we got to ban him too. All fucking crimes are not created equal. Everything is not on an equal fucking playing field. You trophy babies. Fucking, you gotta understand that. What he can do for a fighter, like Cal Coolidge just said, shout out to Cal Coolidge. What the hell are you talking about, Panel Thought? You're talking about forgiveness, but you won't let up on Ryan. It's a complete
Ryan is still serving us. I never said Ryan can't box again, but he has to serve his talent and he has to admit that he did it wrong. I mean, that's it. Like I never said I don't want everyone to see Ryan box again or Ryan should like be dethroned for box. I never said that. I think people have to, if you do something wrong, you have to be punished for it, right? But my thing is, it's a slippery slope when you start talking about double jeopardy. We have to punish somebody who hasn't done anything wrong in our sport that we know of. He has not, for what we know, he has not done anything wrong in our sport.
And shout out J.A. Dixon. Thank you for your service, man. It just dawned on me now that's you and your Marine jacket there, or if it's not you, it's probably your father. We appreciate your bro. And he's been killing you every time he says something, Packer. The black hat people are monitored and aren't allowed to be in charge of those programs.
Right. And so the white hat is not allowed to be in charge of those programs either. What are we talking about?
But Victor Hector. But Conte is fucking, he's smack. He's the guy. He's the one that's giving supplements out. It's the same thing as what he's saying. Victor Conte's in charge of that.
What he's saying,
what I'm saying too, he shouldn't be allowed to supply fucking supplements. What he's saying, got to do it through a third party. Got to give these people the fucking supplements to give to you. He shouldn't be able to have a fucking nutritional supplement company. And the reason he can have it is because people want to get healthy and get in shape. They're like, fuck, this dude was the guy behind Barry Bonds and Mark McGuire and shit. Or was that Memo behind Mark? And
Sammy Sosa.
And Sosa, like, come on, bro. Like, you gotta see this. Like, he shouldn't be able to give these guys supplements. Go be with Margaret Goodman on the fucking board of VADA and only catch cheaters. Why does he have to give fighters supplements? Like that's where it's all. That's where the fucking.
As long as they're clean supplements, why are we? But like I said, I keep saying, like it's you guys are going on. You guys are going to go down a slippery slope. Double jeopardy.
Appreciate you.
It's a very slippery slope when you start saying this person needs to be punished for what he did in the past, especially in our sport where most people have a past. You know, it's a very slippery slope when y'all start talking that way. You know,
Okay.
Like he hasn't done anything in our sport.
Read this.
Let me ask you one question.
Read this
Let me ask you
comment.
one question. Would you ever let your son take snack and all of that, all those drugs?
Snack? Yes, I would.
Okay.
I'll let him
You would?
yeah.
I knew
I
he was
wouldn't
going
let
to
my son.
Yeah,
Read this
I mean,
comment.
there's nothing that's shown that is bad, and it
He
looks like
hasn't proved he's an advocate. We only have proof that he's a cheat.
no.
When he
there's
got
two
out of
things that
jail,
advocate.
when he got out of jail, Berto and Moreau got caught up with the same shit the Balco guys were using with Victor in their camps.
Yeah, so let me respond to that real quick. So when you say he hasn't proved that he's an advocate, by definition, an advocate is somebody who just speaks in support of something. And if you look on Twitter, if you look at what he's been talking about, he has proved that just based on pure definition, he has proven to be an advocate. You know, that's just definition wise. So we can already dispel the fact that he hasn't proved. Yes, he has. So he has proved. And when it comes to those fighters that you just named,
Devin's a good fighter because Victor says he's an advocate. Fuck out of here.
No, but so if you want to just say he hasn't proved an advocate, that's incorrect because he has. I mean, that's just, it's not a speculation. It's just by pure definition of the word.
No, it's speculation, my boy.
It's the definition.
We don't know what he's doing behind closed doors. Why do fighters run to snap? If it's not so fucking, if it doesn't help you that much, then stop taking it. Stop.
If I go out here and if I go out here and go to different channels and start talking about everybody needs to join Angry White Man podcast, I'm advocating for this channel. Now, and who knows if I like it or not, right? But it doesn't change the fact that I'm advocating.
You're a good advocate.
Yeah, I'll just.
Why you mean you should be the one advocating for my podcast? Doesn't mean that.
From Cuba.
Like it doesn't automatically make you good with me, is what I'm trying to say, and it doesn't make you a good advocate for the shit. Some people shouldn't be allowed to do some things. It just is what it is. If you had a fucking child predator getting out of jail, would you let him move next door to the fucking school?
Hell
no, they can't move next door. So
okay, Victor Conte shouldn't be able to give these guys supplements. I don't give a fuck if they're clean, if they're fucking testing them a million times.
So if a guy was a drug dealer, would you let him become a boxing coach afterwards?
Yeah,
but Victor Conte is a drug dealer.
Huh?
What?
If he's a drug dealer, would you let him train like men and children?
Yeah,
he's a drug dealer.
Yeah, because what do you mean? Like,
even though he's selling drugs,
even correlate.
You see how slippery soap?
Splitting hairs, man.
It's not splitting hairs.
It's always that
because you guys are holding Victor Conte to a certain standard. That's why y'all do that. But you guys, if you guys do that, but that same logic will start to dissolve all of boxing because there's so many people with history.
A snake will always be a snake.
And like I said, if that's the truth, then the same standards you use. If you guys are willing to make that same standard worldwide, and we're just gonna punish people based on their past experience, then let's say that.
I'm not saying to punish you, dude. Listen,
every action makes a reaction.
Conflict of interest, bro.
Selling drugs and teaching kids with conflict of interest. If you ask me,
if no other combat sport, PFL, fucking UFC, fucking any combat sport where they're fucking producing physical harm, the NFL, they don't allow this man snack or anything he's got to fucking do into their shit. And it's because of what he got caught doing before. And people can fucking seriously get hurt in this sport. We just watched Devin get a pound of flesh knocked into him by Osterine. So you guys want to say, but yet you want to let this fucking guy who is a known cheater and tells us to be suspicious of him into the sport and give your guy fucking supplements. And you think it's okay. Like, we should just look past it and be on your fucking report.
That had the option didn't train with him, right? I don't know. Like I said, I hear you, but my problem is you guys are just saying that y'all want double jeopardy. That's what it really is.
Y'all fucking not. I'm not saying I want him to go back to jail for implications of maybe cheating. I'm saying I just don't want the guy to be able to give fucking fighter supplements. You can go be on VADA. You can go fucking start your own organization and drug test every fighter till you're blue in the face. And by the way, he couldn't get his own fucking fighters to agree to 365.
What happens to Ryan then? How about Ryan? What do you think happened? What's happened to him then?
It's get the fuck out of the sport forever. If you're a cheater, I think it should be over for you. You can never tell.
What about Canelo's coach? And how about Canelo? How about Oscar Wilder?
All of them. It applies to everybody. All of them.
Okay. But just let the people who are former drug dealers say that.
You want to fucking be around boxing, start your own boxing gym. What do you think they go to Victor Conte for? That bullshit fucking breathing mask that's from 1980? What are they going to Victor Conte for? What? Because he gives you the breathing thing in the bay and like what? There's nothing this guy offers these fighters other than fucking great supplements.
And wait a minute, also
that won't get caught on a drug test. Who he, by the way, admitted, I stay out in front of the science. This is back when Balco was here. I stay out in front of it. They can't catch up because science is fucking lagging. I just think he shouldn't be allowed to fucking give.
But
because he knows all the science.
He should be out of boxing. What does it really? Because he's not really in.
Well, how come he's
right?
fat and he doesn't take his own supplements?
What exactly are you gonna ban him from? Like, how do you
come
ban?
he's fat and he doesn't take his own supplements?
You say people can't take snack supplements? Is that what you all gonna say?
He doesn't take his own supplements.
No, bro. I just listen, man. Listen. I think either PEDs got to be given to all of the fighters or none of the fighters.
Exactly.
It should be given to all fighters.
What?
Oh, you mean like? Oh, you mean legal PEDs?
Like whatever the fuck it is. If Victor Conti's giving it to one fighter, he should have to give it to them all. And it's their choice whether to take it or not. And then they can fucking live with the decision of not taking these supplements and getting fucking smashed out. Nobody lets
anybody can go and get snack supplements, you know, right? It's not like only certain fighters.
Supplements in my cabinet upstairs. They fucking work, dog.
Yeah. So anybody can take snack supplements. So what are we stopping?
But not an NFL player, not a fucking UFC fighter. These guys can't. They get caught with his fucking snacks in their body. It's over.
Then no, watch this.
Supplements are not allowed in professional sport. Only fucking boxing.
Oh, is he just want? I mean,
then say hello to blood.
I hear you guys, man. But like I said, the only thing is it's double jeopardy. That's what I'm gonna say there. You're literally saying he can't do it because of what he did in a different sport, not the way he did in boxing, and what he already got punished for. And I hear you. You feel like conflict of interest.
Appreciate you, OG. But listen, bro. Yeah, he says that. What PEDs is Victor passing out? Not all PEDs are illegal, Joseph. All these fighters are on PEDs, whether people want to admit that or not. They're all taking something. I keep getting this fucked up. Something.
I mean, a vitamins are PED.
Something to get them to the next level, man. This is top fucking competition. You're fighting for a living. They're all taking supplements, whether it's illegal or legal. That's up for them to decide. The people at VADA and USADA, USADA is the real fucking place. VADA's just, they collect it, put it in a fucking jar, lock it so nobody can touch it, which I doubt that that's even full fucking. Yep. They can get into that. And like, dude, what's the coincidence that Ryan Garcia pops on the day he fights Devin Haney, but doesn't pop against fucking Tank Davis? The guy who everybody in this room would say, damn, if I'm going to take PEDs, I'm going to take it for him. I'm not going to take it for a guy that's doing what? Jabbing?
That don't he wasn't taking.
Wait, I feel like it's sort of like a abstract argument, right? Like just because he didn't take it in the past doesn't mean he can't take it in the future, right? Like you could be clean your whole career, then one day you decide to take a PED and you didn't test positive, you know.
But you're still wrong.
You know.
Every fight should be banned. But I will say fighters like Plant, Porter, Nonito, Andre, Devin, Barrios, Mikey, Jacobs, Berto, Zab, all been with snack and do get beat. Oh, I'm not saying listen, I don't think PEDs, I don't look at it the same way most fucking people do. There's no way Ryan took a little bit of Ostarine and turned into this super fucking fighter. It don't happen like that. If you take PEDs, you gotta still do the work for them to work. And PEDs, people don't know this, the effectiveness of them, it's not that high of a fucking rate. It's not like you're gonna take a little pill in the morning and turn to this fucking guy that's got an outstanding jab. You still
you're not gonna turn to a Hulk. But one thing I will say, the PED he took probably helped him with like his rehydration, which is very important.
Yeah, but it takes at least a month.
Yeah, cutting weight and rehydration is like crucial. You know, like it
is, bro. It is.
Best rehydrate, you know.
Yes, they are. But listen, it's not going to turn you into a
vitamins are not PEDs.
Devin needed to get out.
Performance.
That's what it boils down to. Whether you want to say he's super fighter now, his fucking left hook is breaking bricks because he took a couple, whatever the reason he had it in his piss. It don't work like that, guys. It just doesn't. You can't.
Yeah, no, I think it helped him with rehydration.
It don't go like that.
I think it helped him with the rehydration. I think that's where everything is Ryan was just way more rehydrated than Devin in that fight.
Come on, my brother.
Yeah.
3 pounds beat him on the scale. That's what did it in. Guys.
3 pounds is a lot as well, but
And that's
I
true.
think it's a combination of things. So Ryan looked like Ryan to me didn't even look like he cut weight. Ryan looked huge. People kept saying that Devin's bigger than Ryan. I was like, no, Devin is not bigger than Ryan in this damn ring. Ryan looks huge.
I don't care what Ryan looked like. That's mostly water weight. Devin was probably the heavier fighter in the ring.
Nah, never. I think the reports that Ryan was like 190.
You don't really know what you're talking about, to be honest.
The eye test.
Muscle weighs. I don't give a fuck about your eye test.
Muscle weighs a lot more.
Yeah.
Ryan had muscle and water weight. He looked bigger. I know what I'm saying. He looked physically bigger than Devin.
That's fine, bro.
He looked physically bigger. I can't see how people can think that Devin was a bigger fighter. I can't see it whatsoever. It looked like it was very obvious it was a bigger fighter in that ring.
It was close. Both of them were big. It was
the biggest cheater.
Well, yeah, Ryan was the biggest cheater, you know.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah.
Let's keep it 100.
Yeah. He was a dirty guy, buddy.
Yeah, he don't get no passes with me.
Yeah, neither of me. I don't think it wasn't. No matter, people can say he lost. Devin did this. It wasn't on fair grounds at the end of the day. No matter how you look at it, it wasn't fair. It wasn't fair. You know,
I'm 100% agreeing with you, and this is the only time that will ever fucking happen. If you think it wasn't fair, fine. It wasn't fair, but it's not fair to me. The same way it is not fair to you. The 3 fucking pounds that your hero accepted to fucking go in there against and accepted the money like this kid was sweet. That's why he got beat. And plus he couldn't get out of the way of a fucking left hook that me and every casual fucking boxing fan this side of the Mississippi knew that was coming. And Devin knew it too. He fucking told us in the pre-fight, bro. He didn't lose because Ryan took Ostarine. That's fucking cap. The game plan in the 3 pounds beat his ass.
So let's put that in perspective, right? Let's put something into perspective real quick. Devin didn't accept Ryan gained 3 pounds, right? It's sort of like this. Like, let's say me and Andrew.
It was 3.5.
It's like, hey Ant, look, I bet you're gonna miss your rent tomorrow, right? I'm not telling Ant to miss his rent tomorrow. You know, it's just a bet because I'm looking at this situation and it's looking pretty drastic. You know, I'm not accepting the fact that he's missing his rent. He missed his rent on his own. Devin made a bet with Ryan. He didn't tell Ryan to, hey, you can miss as much as you want.
True supporter. Shout out to Alan Sostain. I don't know why y'all entertain that doo-doo head. Everything will always go in one ear and out the other with him. He's set in his ways and he's a fucking contrarian. So Devin was bigger than Ryan.
Statement. No, look. But think about it, right? Devin didn't tell Ryan to come in 3 pounds. People always say that's a weird argument. No, Devin just said, "Hey, he looked at Ryan. Ryan looked big, and it was like, bro, there's no way you gotta make that weight." And he made
listen, bro. Devin plays weight games. He plays on the motherfucking scale. Yes. That's what he does. His whole fucking career at 135 has been a game on the scale that he's looking for fucking an advantage with to begin with. And y'all don't never fucking admit that. You want to fucking, if he makes weight, he goes. Nah, dog. When you're fucking 165 and you guys are the only people that believes this fucking dude turned into 165 overnight. He's been 165 since fucking Jojo Diaz. Playing games on the scale. Because I can cut fucking 30 pounds. I get to fight down here at this lower weight class. Fucking morals and principles come into that shit with me.
And my only problem with what you just said,
15 pounds, it's over for me.
My problem is what you just said. You got to tell the whole story. Devin has been at 135 since he was 17 years old, 16 or 17. He didn't start off that big, right? He just outgrew the weight class. The same way EJ was, most of his career was at 147. I think
he was weight bullying too. He was looking for a fucking advantage. He outgrew them too. You guys try to come over.
They both outgrew their weight classes.
I keep it the same every fucking fighter. It doesn't matter.
They both had a similar issue.
It's not a similar issue. The fucking kid should have been a 140-pound fighter to begin with. And I think that's what he started off at in fucking Mexico, fighting at 138, 136. The fucking kid is big as shit. He should have never been a fucking lightweight. And they only go down there and shave that much weight to begin with because they're looking for a competitive edge. It's not because, he can make the fucking weight. He don't have to cut no weight. No. It's because they're looking for a reach advantage, a size advantage to take damage. There's all sorts of advantages in being the bigger man, fighting against smaller guys. And that's why you seen as soon as he fought somebody his own fucking size, it was curtains.
Well, he beat the first guy, he fought 140, right? And the second guy cheated.
I gotta go out and come back in. This fucking stupid shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta love it.
Yeah, he beat the guy who fought at 140 first, you know. And Ryan, I mean, Devin was making good weight when he was younger. He just outgrew it. Just like him and EJ are almost the same thing. They both wanted to become undisputed, and that's why they waited in the weight class too long.
It's not.
I haven't been 140.
Him and EJ did the exact same thing. They
Was a
both
lightweight
undisputed.
with a 72-inch arm reach. Devin's a lightweight.
You say he's a lightweight? He made 135.
A
Yeah.
man with
He
a
shouldn't be a
72-inch
lightweight.
fucking reach should have
He
never
made-
fought a lightweight to begin with,
He
unless
made-
he was super fucking skinny. That's it.
When he was a
The only
kid,
reason-
when he was young coming up, he didn't have we didn't hear about Devin's weight struggles until later on when he started outgrowing the weight class. You got that, right?
Damn, dude, your sound is fucking my stream.
Yeah, I think you're missing the point. Hacker, he's saying that he been outgrew the weight. He's been killing himself to make that weight an advantage for mad fights. This didn't just grow.
Here's the thing about it. If we're gonna speak objectively, right? That's like me saying, okay, I'll put this to you guys this way, right? At the end of the day, even if you felt like he outgrew the weight class, he always made the weight. He made the weight at the required weight at the required weigh-in. You know, Shakur Stevenson, I love Shakur. He lost the belt on the scale. Tank Davis also lost his belt on the scale. Devin, who everybody claims is big, this weight bully, never lost his belts on the scale. He always was a professional and made the weight. And that's what at the end of the day, that's following the rules.
That doesn't make it okay. It does not make it okay for you to shave all this fucking weight to come down to a smaller weight. Just
And
because
he wasn't as big when he was a kid. He didn't start boxing as an adult. He started as a child. He wasn't as big. Like, what are we saying?
He's destroying himself.
Yes, most fighters.
Yo, Hacker, how you missing this, dog? How you missing this? D1 said he been playing them weight games since Jojo Diaz. Like, this has been an issue. He not saying it's something new. We're not saying, oh yeah, he didn't make. Yeah, he been making the weight, but he been killing himself. He been reaching for every little advantage he can.
Yeah, but who
Come
hasn't?
on, man. You know what he's saying, man. You just trolling right now, dog. Come on, man.
No,
yeah,
because
for real. Like, listen,
no one
bro.
holds the same
Listen.
So
Whether steroids turn you into a fucking super fighter or not, one thing that Victor Conte's fighters all have in fucking common is they're able to fucking shave enormous amounts of weight. Bud Cole, Caleb Plant.
Demon, let me ask you something. Without bias, Tank dropped his belt at 130. Do you think he should have been 130?
Tank couldn't fight at 130 right now.
No, when he gets hit at 130, he should have been there.
How do you
because
keep time?
He lost his belt on the scale, right? He lost his belt on the scale. He couldn't make it. And he struggled on the scale.
I don't care about what they do on the scale. He's shaving
struggled a couple times on 130
enormous amounts of weight to gain a competitive advantage, and you're trying to make it like he's not doing that. And listen, I don't care how good you can argue, how much you want to debate. There is no debating what he's
It's not as simple as you guys are saying, and I'll tell you why. So there's a science behind this, right? The bigger you are in weight, the harder it is for you to cut, and the more likely, the bigger the chance of you being dehydrated next the fight. You know, for instance, okay, if weight gain, I always say this: if weight gain was such an advantage, then people will say, "Hey, we want to see EJ versus Crawford at 147, where EJ will be the stronger person." But no, because they know it's not an advantage at a certain point. They say they want to see at 154, where he might rehydrate better. This is the reality of boxing. You always think this.
No, it's not the reality of fucking boxing.
It is. Then why do
you
gotta
make the weight?
No, it's fucking not.
Make the weight.
Not every guy needs to shave fucking 20 pounds to fucking fight against guys to feel comfortable. They're fucking doing it for competitive reasons. And you guys failing to fucking admit that or reason with that, it's fucking bizarre to me. You fucking look like a goofy.
So
like,
my question: if there's such a competitive advantage, why do people want to see EJ move up to 154 to fight Crawford?
Oh my
When
God.
the competitive advantage.
Stop.
Now he's switching.
I had to fucking mute you because you're failing to fucking admit that a bigger man with the same skills as a smaller man has a fucking advantage. They just do.
That's the way it goes.
It's not as straightforward as you guys are saying that. I don't know how to explain.
A bigger
I'm trying
frame.
to make Ant understand what I'm saying.
Frame.
Yes. If you're big and you rehydrate properly, completely, there's a possibility you have a good advantage in the ring. However, it's not a perfect science because you can be big.
The frame hits harder.
I don't know how you're missing this. Like, I really don't. If I can punch you in the fucking face and you could swing at me with the hardest punch, but you're going to come 3 inches short, that is a major fucking advantage in a boxing match. Okay? And they don't necessarily have to shave all this weight to get that reach. But when they are, I look at them fucking sideways, and there's nothing that you can argue or type to me in a chat or say to me that's going to change my fucking mind on that.
Let me
They're
just
doing
explain,
it for competitive fucking reasons.
Yeah.
They're not doing it for anything else.
So,
John, what's up with you? I'm stopping the argument because you're about to make me fucking really.
No, let me just land with this one thing. So you
What's
guys.
up? What's up with you, man?
What's
good
up?
with you, D1? You good? You timed me out last time?
No, dog, your mic, and it's kind of fucking it up now. I don't know if it's maybe me or just mine because I'm listening to the stream on this ear and you sound clear. So we're gonna keep rocking out. But once I
I just got one question, then I'm gonna get quiet again. So if Bud come down to 145 catch weight,
the only reason Bud come down is because he's on snack fucking supplements.
You know what I'm saying though, is you going to penalize him for that, or you going to give him credit? Like, come on, you guys to give him credit. We need to have this. This is the best fight in boxing at this time and day, man. Tank versus Bud.
I'd rather him be off snack.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, me too.
You always lose me when you say this stuff, bro. I don't know.
But
I lose you because your intelligence not capable of comprehending what I'm saying.
You're right. You're
You can
absolutely
learn,
right.
though. Appreciate you.
Yeah, you're right, bro. I
Remember what I said for his help.
It's your fucking Friday night we had the same problem. It's your mic, Boxing Hacker. You got to go out and come back in.
You think so? Okay, hold on.
I know so. What's up with you, Joseph? Welcome to the Angry White Man. Appreciate you, Doug.
What's up, man?
I know you got smoke, but it's all good.
What's up with the weight stuff, though? Like, if he make the weight, he make weight. Like, I'm not understanding it at all.
You're conditioned to believe that. I have eyes, and I know boxing. I don't dig any fucking guy, and I'm even bumping it up 5 pounds.
I like that.
If you're shaving 15 fucking pounds, you're doing it to get the competitive edge. Now, I understand when a guy's at a weight class too long and he outgrows the weight class, but that ain't the case with him. He's been too big from the fucking first punch he thrown.
How? He turned pro at 16.
Bro,
what are you talking
he had
about?
72-inch reach. Fucking only
He
now.
was 16.
Listen to me, kid. Only nowadays, and he turned pro and he was fighting at 138, 139. All these weights that yeah, they're technically at 135, but they're playing games on the scale, dog. I don't know how I can't explain it no other way. They're doing it for a competitive edge over smaller men. And there's nothing you can say. It's factual information to everybody else but the Devin Haney fans, because you guys are conditioned. That has been the narrative from the jump, is if he makes weight, it's all good. To me, it's not. Benavidez didn't get to the right weight class till he fought Bosnick. Fucking Bam Margera right now, or I call him Margera. Bam fucking, what's his last name? Bam Rodriguez, weight bully. Fucking Steve Espinoza, the tall kid that just beat Robisi. Get him the fuck out of that weight class. I keep the same energy across the board with these big fucking guys looking for competitive edge.
You making weight though. Like
It's
they
not,
like
though.
missing weight at all.
And then, like Boxing Hacker even
But
said,
the fighters,
fucking
but Tank, he missed weight multiple times.
that I'm not saying that guys can miss weight. They can fucking have a fat camp, drink or smoke too much and eat too much. That camp shit can happen on the scale. And when you play weight games like Devin Haney, you're
So that's
fucking
not playing weight games.
25.
That's not playing weight games.
It
What they
is.
was doing.
It is, bro. It is.
So what are
dog.
you saying?
You guys just admit that he's trying.
I would say that's more so a lack of professionalism than it is like.
So here's the thing. So
Fighting is about advantages, guys.
Respect, honor, discipline.
Fans learn that, the better off you'll be. Everybody's looking for an advantage in this fucking sport. It
Yeah.
just
Who's
is what
not?
it is.
Yeah, it's what it is. Even from the amateurs is like that. I'm not denying what you're saying. People fight down fight down their weight class, even from the amateurs level. You do that. You know what I'm saying? There's no doubt about it. But I'm saying two things. I'm saying one, it's not a perfect science. It's never been a perfect science. Just because you're huge for a weight class. One thing is, you making weight becomes
so
harder.
he's not
the bigger
doing
you are.
that to get no sort of competitive advantage.
I didn't know. I said by even from the amateurs, even from the amateurs, not even from the pro league, even from the amateurs, people do they fight lower in weight to get the competitive edge. But it's not perfect science. It's never been that. It's at the end of the day, if you're huge for a weight
just
class,
as much as they can help him. I make no mistake on that. But all fucking implications and the reason they're doing that is because they think it can help them. They're not doing it because I might go to the well one too many times. They're doing it for a competitive edge over some other man.
you are right. But it's mostly everybody you see, and it could be from your favorite fighters. It could be from the Canelos to almost everybody does that. They fight down weight class.
You should be able to shave. That's why the IBF rehydration clause can't be fucking argued against by anybody, because the other sanctioning bodies are about to fucking join course with them. The WBA is about to do it. Yes, they are, bro.
We'll see.
They are, and
it was a bad look before, and we'll see how it turns out, because once you have those,
it was a bad look because you're a fucking Devin Haney fan.
No, because more people died in the ring, right?
The kid walks on. But the fact that matters is
more people died in the ring. If you can't rehydrate, that's a problem. So cutting weight and rehydrating are two different things. Rehydrating and putting liquids back into your body.
Why can't it be when you're cutting that much weight? It's a problem. You shouldn't need to
so
put
then they should have a
back
cut
into your
weight.
body.
They should have cut weight rules versus rehydration clauses. That's what you're arguing for. Rules for how much you can cut weight.
Because whether you're getting an advantage from it or you did it one too many times, it's fucking complete bullshit in my opinion.
But they not breaking no rules right now, though.
And I will keep the same energy across the board.
Yeah,
they shouldn't be doing it.
So here's a problem. So like I said, there's two problems. One, like I said, one is not perfect science. Two, now you're trying to punish people that are making weight versus people who you say, oh, they have fat camp or something.
Trying to punish them.
For instance, I'll tell you,
fucking selves.
Yeah, but if they make the rule in boxing is you have to make the contracted weight and the contracted.
You should be around the weight when the time the fight comes.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all. Rehydration constraints.
How much do you weigh? When we get this bout agreement signed, you step on the scale at 175 pounds. What the fuck are we talking about? You shouldn't be able to fight at 135. If there's no shape, we'll see where you're at when you're in shape, and then you can cut 10 from there or 15 from there max. That's all it should be, bro. And when I find out he steps on the scale in California emissions would have fucking cut the fight off if they had the power to, bro, it's too much.
So then you say that, during that rule, that would hurt Tank too. Like at 130, that would hurt him, right? If you're saying, because people, like I said, people are mostly everybody does the same thing. They have their walk around weight, which is normally bigger than their fighting weight. And they all do it for the same competitive edge,
They all
Some
do
are
it
further than others, yes.
You're failing to realize whether he cuts 5 pounds or 25 pounds. There's a difference, bro. There's a fucking difference. There's a difference when a guy's going max weight cutting and extreme weight cutting. He's doing it for a fucking competitive edge over smaller men. How come Devin was bigger than everybody he's been in a fight with at lightweight? He moved up to 140 and kind of looked like he struggled on the fucking scale, bro. Kind of looked
like I said before. You can say the same for Benavidez.
Regis.
You can say the same thing for Benavidez. So many other fighters you can say the same thing.
David is coming. David is coming.
Benavidez was a big for wasn't it?
Morel Ray.
Yeah, so like you can say the same thing for a lot of fighters. Like I said, it's just how it's been, right? There's no different than the amateurs. Like the amateurs did the same thing. People, when you're in amateur boxing, they try to get you down in weight so you can fight at the lowest you can.
It's not like that though. It's not like that. You fight more closer to your walk around weight, because you fight and weigh in the same fucking day. Are you aware of that?
And the only reason Devin stayed in the weight class so long is because he wanted to become undisputed. Just like it's the same. That's why I said the same thing as EJ. EJ literally had the same issue.
The same thing as EJ. Devin's been struggling at 135 since the day he's fucking started hitting the scale.
No.
Yeah,
that is not true. That is not true.
Why can't you do a real-time Devin Haney weigh-in then? How come he's got to have on fucking Ray Charles glasses?
He had one at
the recent fights. These are recent fights. He started when he was 16. Devin's 26. That was 10 years ago, bro. He started.
He struggled then.
When in this earlier fights did he struggle?
You can visually see this kid is fucking inebriated.
He was
from
small
cutting
back
too much
then.
weight.
He wasn't. No, he was making weight.
Oh,
At the end of the day, he was making that weight. He didn't look like he was struggling.
One thing
back
I've
then.
learned about you, Devin Haney fucking fans, and I appreciate you guys, regardless to how I make it sound up here, and we're arguing, and I appreciate you guys, but yous will never admit that Devin Haney even has a flaw. You guys won't even admit that he got beat up by Ryan Garcia.
Because
It's
Ryan
crazy.
cheated. No, that's not true, D1.
You don't think Devin was trying to get a competitive?
No.
edge
Let me tell you something, D1. Let me tell you
You're
something.
being dishonest, bro.
No, let me tell you something, D1. When Devin lost the first time, and that stuff didn't come out, I literally went on Fanon's channel. I was like, you know what, guys? Devin's my guy, Rockman, but he did take the L. I accept that. I said that in front of everybody on Fanon's channel. If Fanon, I don't know what happened to Fanon, but if he's around, he'll tell you himself I said that. So I still like Devin after he lost to Ryan. I have no problem losing to Ryan. Who cares?
You being disingenuous though, because you said only reason Devin stayed in the weight class so long is to become undisputed. But he stayed to fight Lomachenko too.
He had 3 fight deal.
You penalized Tank for not fighting Shakur.
I penalized.
That don't make no sense. Your correlation.
Yeah, I don't understand. What's the argument? No, say it again.
No,
I'm
his
not
correlation
You've been disingenuous because you penalized Tank for not fighting the fight you wanted to fight. But Devin didn't fight Shakur or Tank. He left the weight class. And then you also
the weight class. Yeah,
exactly.
He sent him an offer though too, so he ain't just
say that again.
No,
he didn't
listen.
just leave. He sent out
Yeah,
offers.
no, at the end of the day, I wouldn't want to see Devin versus Shakur at 135. Devin was weight drained. We all know that. I know he was weight drained. But I also understand.
why
Just
try to
I
leave
understand
135?
EJ.
Right, that's the disingenuous part. Because now you're giving him credit.
I don't want to see
saying
EJ
that.
versus Crawford at 147 either, because I know EJ is
You
weight
guys are
drained.
so disingenuous. I'm serious, man. You guys are seriously bad at this shit. You gotta fucking at least standard, man.
This is funny.
It's crazy.
This
You
is
guys
hilarious.
lie and all this extra dumb shit. It's just crazy, bro.
when-
Did he play games on the scale for a competitive edge? Is he shaving too much weight for a competitive edge? A simple yes or no will do.
Every fighter, almost every fighter does this. Who is
I'll be
not?
right back. My son just fucked up.
All right, go ahead. Who is not playing? Every fighter most of the fighters you guys know.
No, it's
walk
not
around
every. It's
bigger.
not every fighter.
Yeah,
Not every
Every
fighter.
fighter, which fighter doesn't? Tell me which fighter doesn't. I'd love to hear.
And
not
that's
every
disingenuous
Name
because
one
you
fighter that
asking
doesn't.
a question that
Charles
Name
way
one
you
been
fighter
never
at
that
answered the
walk
154
that
for
fight
years.
at the walk around weight. Please tell me.
You never answered the
At the end
question
of your
though.
camp,
First.
by the end of your camp, you should be at your weight.
Yeah, hear me?
You don't need to die and bully yourself. No.
Yes, that would be perfect, but it doesn't happen like that all the time.
I
We
know,
know
I
it
know.
doesn't happen like
Oh,
that.
you're correct. You're correct.
Like I understand. I understand. Like what's the
Appreciate
word?
you, dog. Yeah, but dude, like, how is Tank a part of the duck side? Like, you fucking guys in this crazy fucking narrative that somebody is afraid of a pure boxer. What is there to be afraid of?
There-
I don't
wait,
understand it.
So I'll tell you this, right? And people don't. I
Footwork?
don't know. Yo,
Nah.
when you I don't know if people spar people a lot. You know, there are people if you've been to boxing gyms and you spar people a lot or you even fought a lot, there are people in the ring who hit you hard, right? But you're able to hit them back. But there are also people in the ring that like the little Shakur, like these like people that are like national champions when they were young, who are quick as hell and they're hard to hit, and they're one of the most annoying fighters to hit.
What do you think Tank is, though? What do you think? Tank's
By
not
no
a national
power.
champion? Tank probably won more declarated amateur than.
No, he's
fucking-
not more decorated than Shakur. No, he's not. Shakur
Okay,
was
Shakur's not
decorated.
a fucking Olympic because Tank didn't want to fight.
Tank was, I think, what 215 and like
215 and
215 and like 12 or something in the amateurs.
No,
Like he
215
he
and
was
6.
good. Yeah, he's a good fighter. He was a great amateur, but Shakur was on the international level. You know, Shakur won like a bunch of international tournaments. He medaled in the Olympics. He won he got a junior gold medal in the junior Olympics, and then he became like, I don't know if he became world champion or not. He beat like former world champions. He was like the dude in the amateurs, like for America.
Who was?
Shakur. Shakur.
He was the number 1 fighter.
Yeah, he was that guy in the amateurs. Yeah, he was.
He was.
Yeah,
He was the man.
like post Andre Ward, you know, like he was that kid, you know. And there was other people like Rasheed Warren. Rasheed Warren was like, You know who Rasheed Warren is, right? He was really nice in the amateurs.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Like those are some names that are really nice in the amateurs. You know.
Thank you. You're starting.
But what I'm saying,
what's the difference
Keyshawn
between the amateurs and the pros? though?
Andy Cruz against Keyshawn Davis.
It's a lot of amateur talk, but like,
and so who's more decorated? Shakur's more decorated of an amateur, but
Yeah, he's
you
more
guys,
decorated,
national championships, like as an amateur, if we're just counting the shit that goes on in the U.S., I don't know who's
Bro,
got
AC beat him.
more national championships. I really don't, and it's probably close. But Tank is older than these guys, so when Tank was trimming in the amateurs, all these guys know what time it is with Tank. It's only you fucking clouded Bill Haney.
Tank gotta prove it, man.
Fans.
Can't crown people
It's
until the fight
crazy.
happens.
You
gotta
guys
show
are
us.
fed shit.
I lean towards Shakur. I don't know what's gonna happen in that fight. I'm interested to see. Who
I
knows?
do
I could
lean
be completely
towards
wrong. I
Ryan
do lean
and
towards
Frank.
Shakur.
So your opinion, okay, it's
Yeah,
there,
look,
and it may
yo,
matter to
sometimes you
you,
pick and
but
you pick wrong.
you don't know who Charles Conwell is. You didn't know who Alexis Rocha was. How can we?
I know who Shakur
you know
Stevenson
what
is.
you're
I know who
looking at.
Tank Davis is, and I know a lot about boxing styles. And
I
I
know
like I said, stylistically, I
I'm
lean towards
fucking with
Shakur.
you, but it still is what it is, and that's what I'm saying, Cal. No, I appreciate you guys though. Real shit, man. If we didn't have Devin Haney fans or Shakur Stevenson fans, which Devin definitely got more fans than Shakur does. It's just a lot of you Devin fans. Your guy took a loss, so now you're fucking with Shakur. So
No. I was
Joseph is
like,
the
I like
only
your
one I
boxers
know
though.
that is on his fucking square, repping Devin Haney to the end. So you guys get wishy-washy with it.
No, I like.
so is
I like
Shakur fighting Schofield next though?
yeah.
Warren Schofield.
Oh
That's
yeah, let's
That's
see
a-
what happened
that'll
in
be
that
interesting.
fight first.
Hey, listen, I
It should be a
jumped up here
wash.
to
but
say
we'll
something.
see. Yeah.
No, talking on. I
Wash.
jumped up here to say something. Because, see, y'all start talking about the rehydration.
Yes.
And rehydration is a rule because you can't enforce the weight cut. Okay? So they tell you you're supposed to be within 15 pounds, 15 days prior to the fight.
It depends on the contract.
Yeah, it depends on the
contract,
contract and which sanctioning body you're fighting for.
That's harder to enforce because I might not show up in town until 4 days before the fight because my contract says I only have to be here for the pre-fight, the pre-fight press conference, the weigh-in, and a fight. So how can you weigh me 15 days prior?
You can't.
But I can weigh you on the weigh-in day, and I can weigh you again tomorrow on fight day, real easy. So the rehydration is easier to enforce. So it's not about the weight cut because they can't. It's harder to enforce the weight cut. It's harder to monitor the weight cut. But the rehydration, I can monitor that. And the reason I can monitor that is because you in town. I got you here. You got to get on the scale the day before.
They don't wait for you to come into town. The sanctioning bodies go to you. You got a big time fight.
It's not that hard. They'll go to you. Yeah.
Yeah, they can just go to you.
I
so
don't like the
where am I
rehydration,
training?
but it makes guys
You
like
go to a
Devin
designated
Haney
place by the contract.
doing this shit out of control to where it's way too fucking much. We can fucking somewhat stop you from doing that. And I don't know why boxing fans get mad when a short guy, tiny little guy, is fighting Ryan Garcia. He's got the reach advantage, the fucking height of, like, all these advantages. How many advantages does your guy need? How many do they need to fight this guy?
If he make weight, he make weight. Simple.
Tank can fight. That's the problem.
They're missing it. And the only reason you have that opinion is because your guy is somebody that, if he can make the weight, he makes the weight. And I specifically remember Bill Haney implanting that seed into y'all fucking head. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, by as long as we follow the contract.
Smash the like button, people. We got.
What's the issue with rehydration clause though? Like,
some of you forgot. There's been people in and
more
out.
people die in the ring
The
when
fucking
people
like
are
buttons.
dehydrated.
Stop being haters.
Right.
Say that again.
If you're dehydrated in a fight, there's a good likelihood you're gonna.
If both guys are the same weight, what's the problem though? They both weighing the same.
So it's
what's the problem?
So
Well, I put a rehydration
if
clause
you're
on. You already made
dehydrated,
the weight.
if you're dehydrated, there's
I'm
a
not gonna
very
let you say.
likelihood that you
No, I'm saying, what's the advantage for the other person if they both weigh the same?
There, it
I'm talking
makes
about
the
perspective
fair.
of boxing, right?
That's what it does. You guys want to act like it's one fighter placing a crutch on another. If that was the case, the IBF would do it. And both guys have to fucking adhere to it. Okay, it's not fucking handicapped. If your fighter's handicapped by it, that probably means he shouldn't be fighting at the weight.
If you make the weight, you should be able to rehydrate to whatever you need.
Listen, you can. You still got 8
That's
hours.
phony. That's the phoniest thing
24
I ever
hours.
heard. If they both weigh the same thing, then neither one of them should have an advantage, right?
Wait a minute.
It doesn't work. So
one guy's tall and one guy's short.
We both weigh the same on Friday.
Same thing.
Yeah.
We both weigh the same on Friday morning.
Yeah.
Okay. So on Friday morning, we both come in there, and I get on the scale at 165. You get on the scale at 166.5. We both make the 168 weight limit. Okay.
Stop the cap, thank father.
So 24 hours.
That one, my
We
boy.
got
I know
24
you're
hours.
trolling in here.
In 24 hours, I can go out and gain 31 pounds.
Okay.
31
It's all
pounds
water.
is
What's the problem?
not all water.
What's the
It's not all
problem?
water.
It is.
Yo, you brought up amateur, right?
just
In
food and
amateur
water.
fights,
What's the
you
problem?
gotta
I
fight the
didn't
same
bring up-
day.
You think they went to
I didn't
weight?
bring up amateur fights.
Let me talk.
My
here.
fault, OG. I was trying to support you. I'm saying
You
on
good,
the
you good.
amateur fights that Boxing Hacker brought up, you fight the same day, yo.
I get it.
You
Listen,
don't get to rehydrate
the advantage
another
You also fight
24
less with
hours.
bigger gloves. You fight less with bigger gloves in amateur fights too, right?
fucking
It's a
guys.
different dynamic.
I'm talking.
You ignoring
The
what I'm
advantage
saying
is-
though, yo. It ain't no advantage if they weighing the same.
Mute him, dog.
I just had to mute you guys. Stop fucking talking when another person is talking. I don't care who it is talking. If they got a stronger voice than you, let them finish their fucking statement. The advantage is before the weight cut and all this fucking extra goofy shit, this big ass guy is fighting in this little ass weight division for a competitive edge. That's the fucking
You
advantage.
got another Artel. Okay.
There's not. You
If you
shouldn't
make weight,
be
you
5'9",
make I'm not
72-inch
I'm not
reach
saying
fighting
what
at
y'all saying.
lightweight. It just doesn't make no. It's fucking. You guys can't admit that your guy is doing it for a competitive edge. Oh, if you make the weight, it's the same. It's not. It's not. This guy is fucking shaving. No matter David Benavidez, Caleb Plant.
You know what?
It's the same brand.
They're all fucking snack guys.
That's probably the 808.
Benavidez, get ready for Moreau.
Yeah. Morel's probably shaving a lot too. These guys are enormous for their weight class, and I don't make no fucking mistake in everybody shaving weight. But there's an extreme measure of it. When you're fucking going over 10, 15 pounds, when your guy can't comfortably adhere to a rehydration clause, whether he admits it or not, that's when it's a problem, guys. That's when it becomes, it's not fair for the little guy. It's not fair for him to put a rehydration clause on nobody. None of it's fair. And it all stems from one guy trying to get a fucking competitive edge.
So,
That's
yeah.
all I'm saying.
No, I hear you. So like I said before,
You don't
like
be
when it
hitting
comes to,
nobody,
like,
bro. You be
competitive edge,
talking.
everybody does that, right? Most people always fight down in weight. Most people don't fight at their walk around weight or fight bigger than their walk around weight. Most people fight down for a competitive, and I think that's almost all.
Fine.
Yeah, almost
That's
all
fine.
boxers do it, right? And there are extreme cases. You are correct. The problem, and I keep saying the problem with rehydration clauses is that what you're talking about is cutting weight, right? You're talking about actually shaving off the weight. Rehydration clause is about rehydration. So what happens
That's
there
not
is
the real
that,
question, Ray Davis. It's not.
So here's the question. So what happens there? What happens there is this, right? When you're dehydrated in a fight, you have a better chance of sustaining long-term injuries or even death.
So why does your guy put himself into that position?
So yeah, okay, that's a good
Money.
question. Yeah, that's
usually what it comes down to, opportunities.
However, what you guys saying could be true. There might be different modes why that happened, but what's also true is that when you constrain the amount of time that people have to rehydrate, the likelihood of people being dehydrated
I don't
increases. And
I'm not questioning that.
Yes. So your argument shouldn't be about rehydration clause. If you want to argue something, argue that there should be some kind of ruling to keep people close to the weight.
I've been arguing the cut since I fucking pressed the live button on this stream when I first started this fucking channel. I always keep the same energy. Some guys, if they can't fucking adhere to a hydration clause, whether it hampers them or not, they shouldn't be fighting at the weight class they're fighting at.
It's not the same thing.
You're talking about a rehydration clause.
Rehydration clause is not the same thing as so. Here's the problem.
What are you fucking talking about? Do you not hear the words that I've been saying the whole fucking time?
There's a science that you guys are missing.
Just choosing
the way I rehydrate, the way my body rehydrates, it may not be the same the way your body rehydrates.
Nobody puts on 30 pounds in a night, bro. Nobody does that.
Yeah, everybody is different. And if you are a sanctioning body, you can't just base it on like, oh, this person's hydrating big. No, you gotta look at the total body of work, the totality of all your fighters, and be like, what do we do for the betterment of these fighters?
And they did that. They came up with is 10 pounds.
And that's why a lot of sanctioning bodies don't follow that.
Then you probably should move up.
And that's why a lot of sanctioning bodies don't follow that. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not. It's a bad science.
No,
it's also the reason why you have so many tweener divisions as opposed to just the original 8.
We should be at the original 8. There should be none of this bullshit weight bullying, and there shouldn't be a guy that's fucking 6'2" shaving down to 168 when he weighs 210 pounds in the fucking ring. To me, I look at all these guys the same. You're doing it for a competitive edge, so I'm not mad when a smaller guy puts that on you. I'm not. You shouldn't be down there anyways.
So, like I said before, there's a stark difference. The problem is you guys are arguing rehydration, which is the process of putting hydrating your body.
Anything.
Dehydration.
Listen to the words that are coming out of my fucking mouth. When a guy can't fucking adhere to a 10-pound rehydration clause, he should move the fuck up. Insert name here. I don't care what their name is.
If that's what they signed to, right? But at the end of the day, that wasn't part of no deals. As long as the fighters made the right way, that's what matters. But like I said, what you guys are arguing is just two different things. I don't know. It's hard to explain it.
I don't want you cutting 40 pounds in 2 weeks.
No.
So that you gain back 30 overnight.
Yeah, there are fighters that cut so much weight and you don't even know it, bro. There are fighters that they can be your favorite fighter and they're cutting so much weight to make these fights.
Read that, boxing hacker. Read this chat. Read it. No, out loud, like for everybody to see.
Sure. The rehydration clause is only relevant because the guys are too big to be fighting down there and they go down there for physical advantages. No, the rehydration clause is the constrain the amount of time you have to rehydrate.
This fucking comment by J.A. Dixon is 100%.
It's a bad science. I keep saying it. Yes.
Why is it a bad science?
Not a bad
I'll prove it. I'll prove it. I acknowledge. Listen, I acknowledge what you guys are saying. I acknowledge what y'all are saying.
Like the IBF champion, Ron Bhutan.
Yeah, so let me explain. So I acknowledge it. Listen, I told you from amateurs, fighters, whether in boxing, UFC, wrestling, normally compete at a lower weight class for advantage. That's just how it's always been. Like if I walk around 180, I might try to fight at 147. I might try to fight at 154. I'm not gonna try to fight at heavyweight. That's the reality.
You should be fighting.
It's an increased reality because everybody's doing it. You know.
Okay, but if you're at 180, you should
hardcore casual. What's up with you, homie? Appreciate you stopping through. Salutations.
Like 168.
Yeah, but I still went. Listen, I still went down for an advantage. Like even if I go down 168, it's still an advantage. I'm only going down because I want an advantage at 168. I'm not going down for fun.
So
I'm not going down for fun.
You go down
to also go up in weight too, right?
That's only 12 pounds.
So how
that's only 12 pounds. So a 10-pound rehydration
guy
clause isn't going to hurt you.
Yo, listen, it's still the same thing. I'm going down weight for a competitive advantage.
Not
everybody.
Right.
It's not. So the bad science comes here. Here's the bad science. Here's the bad science. Even though you're big, you can be very big in a weight class, and it might actually hurt you when you're trying to cut weight. You do realize that, right? This is literally why we see the EJ fight at 154 because we think EJ is getting hurt at 147 cutting weight. But if it was a perfect science, if what you guys saying was perfect science,
so I'm supposed to fucking be okay. I'm supposed to be mad at a guy or fucking not be mad at him for cutting too much weight and the weight cut hurt him. I don't give a fuck about that guy. He shouldn't be cutting that much fucking weight. I'll be right back. I gotta go on some shit.
Exactly.
So yeah, so it's
Again, what I'm saying is, if a guy walks around at 180 and he's fighting at 168 pounds, that's only a 12-pound cut. That's well within the limits. That's well within the limits.
But it's a 12-pound cut I did for an advantage, right? So he said what D1 said is that people cut weight for advantage, and I'm saying yes. Mostly all fighters cut weight for an advantage. I only went down in weight because I wanted some kind of advantage. I could have fought. I could be a 180 and decide to fight heavyweight. I could put on a whole bunch of muscle and be like, "Well, I'll fight heavyweight." No, I'm always trying to go down weight. It's just how it is in combat sports. It's not just boxing. It's in wrestling too. It's in UFC.
It's in UFC. Yep. Yeah. So Boxing Hacker has an interest. Boxing Hacker has an interesting point. He has an interesting point on this whole notion of where he's talking about the weight loss. I understand now what everybody's trying to say. To your point, Dre, what you're saying is that that if you're losing 12 pounds, you know what I mean, that's relevant, right? But you have welterweight fighters that walk around at 195 pounds, 190 pounds coming down to welterweight, and they're suffering to get down to those weights, and then they're fighting at welterweight, right? Even if they don't rehydrate because they have IBF limitations and they can't make the 10 pounds, that 10-pound rehydration clause is only for a certain amount of period. And then anything after their second weigh-in, they're allowed to put the weight back on anyway. So they're still coming in 160, 170 when they get into that ring, right? So at the end of the day, we have to really look at the restrictions that the sanctioning bodies or the contract states that they should rehydrate to. That comes down to your negotiations. If there's no rule that stops them from rehydrating to 20 pounds or 10 pounds or 30 pounds, as y'all say, then that's on the negotiation or the sanctioning body. I don't see a problem with it if they make weight on that day, because they actually made their weight like any other sport, as Boxing Hacker said. When these wrestlers come down to weight, but they do stay there. As Josh said, the amateurs, they stay there. They fight the same day. It should be same day weigh-ins at the end of the day. I think that's what you guys are really getting at.
To you, the brother that's talking. What's your name?
Hold on, Ja. Let me. Ray, I appreciate it, homie, and what you just said. It makes a whole lot of sense. But you guys are like at the end of it, you're throwing out everything you just said, and I don't care if this guy cuts this much weight. If he makes it, he makes it. Like that, to me, that's the problem. Like, we got to look at these guys fucking some sort of way for trying to smoke their body, and it could hurt them, it could help them. We can't let these guys cut that much weight. We got to cap the cut. We got to stop them from doing this. It just it ends up bad for everybody involved. That's all.
I agree. I agree. It's medical issues that come along with that.
Ray,
and like,
Ray,
go ahead, Joe.
I ask you something? That was a good point, right? So what's the issue if both fighters fighting each other on fight night and they fighting at 140? What's the problem if they both weigh 140? Like, what's the issue with that?
That's what I just said. They should do same day weigh-ins. There is no issue with that. I would prefer. I would prefer that, right? I would prefer that because that's what the divisions are about, is being at those weights. But because the fact that they do they have the illnesses and they had all the trauma with the brain injuries and stuff like that, they changed the rules. The rules are the rules. We as fans want the rules to change, but the sanctioning bodies allow these things to happen. The commissions allow these things to happen. So at the end of the day, we're blaming the fighters for taking advantage of what these guys do and allow. Now, should Devin Haney be fighting at 154? Absolutely. Absolutely. But you know what? At the same time, Devin Haney's allowed to play with the rules just like anybody else. Canelo plays with the rules. A lot of people don't realize Canelo's like 210 pounds walking around, coming down to 175. But yet he calls Benavidez too big when he rehydrates, right? So that's the same scenario. He understands. He just don't get up to 200 pounds. He gets up to maybe 185. 200. I mean, 190, right? With David Benavidez was ballooning up to over 200. So he didn't want to fight nobody like that. He felt there was an advantage with that guy in that situation. There's plenty of
The only thing
there-
that
Exactly.
the,
Even
the
if
only
you
thing
got
that don't
hold
make
on,
sense about
Boxer
that.
Hacker, hold on. Let y'all talk.
Yeah,
Jump in
the
there.
only thing that don't make sense about that saying like the brain injuries and stuff is like if you saying that the weight classes is good for a reason, then that's like saying it's okay that a middleweight is just pounding on a lightweight and they could get a brain injury like that. So that don't really add up. Like the argument don't
I
add up.
mean, all right. So
It has
yes, you're
happened
right.
before. It has happened before where you get somebody, you just take some weights that we actually know, okay? You got Devin Haney came in according to the California State Athletic Commission. He came into the fight with Regis Prograis at 165 pounds. That's 25 pounds over the 140-pound limit.
And Regis was 18 over, right?
And Regis was 18 over.
So what are we talking about? He missed weight too, and he missed it. He missed it. Hold on. But Dre, see, that's the bet. Dre. But we're really we get off topic with that because Regis missed weight too. That's the one reason why he said he had a clause in his contract, and he missed that clause as well because Regis was coming overweight and overpowering his opponents, and he just didn't have he didn't have nobody to ever go against him. Right? He had nobody else to complain about that. And when Josh Taylor came in 164 against Teofimo Lopez and lost, nobody complained about it. So, I mean, we have to look at it at both ends of the spectrum.
Wait a minute. See, you're missing my point. I'm using the weights. I'm using the number as an example. Okay?
Right.
And it's just a number that we know. We know that the weight limit was 140, and we know he came in at 165.
Yep.
Okay. These are published numbers, right?
Okay.
So we know this. So what does it take for somebody who weighs 140 pounds to gain 25 pounds overnight?
It depends on the body, yeah.
Exactly. Everybody's different. Everyone's different. At the end of the day, everybody's different. Like
that's a lot. That's
some
a
people.
lot of weight.
No, you're right. Listen, you're right. You're right.
Your body can't even process that much water.
Exactly.
What you guys are not considering when people gain weight. When you guys are not considering when people gain weight.
Shout out to Bang. I appreciate you stopping through, homie. Thank you for coming here. And Regis was within the 18% or whatever it is, the 12%. I forget the percentage number.
Nah. He wasn't. That's why he did. That's why he wasn't. No, he went over the percentage too.
He did not.
No, Regis was right at the percentage.
It was a 15%. It was a 15%. According to it was a 15% rehydration clause, right?
There isn't. No, there isn't.
According to Regis. Okay.
21 pounds.
He was talking about a bill that never got passed.
So if it was 21 pounds,
there was no.
15% is 21 pounds.
There was no.
Okay.
There was no rehydration constraint, guys.
I mean, there wasn't one period. But if we're going to go by that, okay, so it was 21 pounds.
No, it's 15 pounds, and they both missed it.
They both missed the percentage. I know at the end of the day, they both missed the percentage that was allowed. Allotted.
No, they didn't.
That's why Regis said he could. That's why Regis never sued him. That's why he didn't make a big deal out of it.
Anyway, because Regis was talking about a bill. It wasn't a law. It was nothing. That if you look in the California State Athletic,
and that's another thing. That law didn't even come into effect, or wasn't even. There was something being discussed. It wasn't a rule yet. It wasn't a rule yet. Now again, that's another thing. It wasn't a rule yet.
Yeah, just look how the State Athletic Commission rule.
It wasn't a rule. Listen, if it was a fucking rule, the fight would have been canceled. It's going to be a rule. It's written. They've pushed for it to get to the next step of how they go to make official laws to whatever the fuck they're making a law to. They put it in writing. It didn't get passed, and I think it's still not passed yet, but they're going to get to it. California takes forever, just like New York State. Yeah. And listen, that fight would have been canceled if that was in black and white.
Exactly.
It was the law that fight been done.
Okay. But make no mistake about it. Devin was an offender. The water walker, man, he was over there doing things that are contradictory to the beneficiary of your body, man. You can't be putting on that much weight. Water or not.
Who's
You
that?
damn sure can't put that much
Right.
weight on and muscle in a day.
Thomas, I agree with you there too. But let's ask yourself this, Thomas: who's the
go
person
ahead.
at risk when who's at risk when that happens?
The fighter, of course.
The
Devin,
fighter
right?
is at risk.
So let Devin. You know, what I mean, both fighters are at risk because the power. You know, what I mean, the power increases too. I get that.
Look,
But I'm saying the one that dehydrates to rehydrate is more at risk. They're putting more strain and punishment on their body. So eventually they're gonna hurt themselves in the long run. So at the end of the day, who gives a shit? Because they're all in the ring to do the same thing.
I do.
They all go in there making weight and missing weight and coming in. Like I said, they all come in 40 pounds down.
So
Most of these fighters.
keep in mind one thing, guys.
You want to say he do, but hey, look, I don't.
You guys all know it. You guys are logical, smart young men and women. Some of you you acknowledge that he's doing some fuck shit, but it could possibly hurt him. So it's all good.
No, but here's the thing.
No,
You guys
I didn't say it was all good.
Here goes something that y'all not looking at too, though. Y'all.
I think it all sucks. I think it should be same day weigh-ins, or at least it should be later in, or the weigh-in. I'm sorry. If the weigh-in can't be in the morning in the same day, they should have a late evening weigh-in, which makes it even better, and not weigh in the day before at 12 noon and after 12 noon. Right? They should weigh in closer to like 8 p.m. before the fight. So that actually puts a better what?
So here's the thing, though, guys.
So boxing hacker, man, come on, bro.
That ninja boxing hacker gotta talk.
Come on, guys. Come on. What the fuck? I'm trying to talk.
My bad. Go ahead.
It's a free for all. This is why I don't like open panel shit. But I love every one of y'all. We just gotta talk one at a time. The ladies and the people that are listening that enjoy boxing talk say it's unenjoyable when everybody's talking at once. And I just want to have a good stream. Stop the cap. I appreciate you, dog. I don't know if you're a troll or not. Stop the cap. Kind of strikes me as trollish, but we appreciate you and you're 100% right. All right. Frequent flyer. What's up, homie?
Yeah, what's going on, y'all? Yeah, I wanted to add on the fact that when they were fought the Regis Prograis versus Devin Haney fight, where Devin weighed in at 165, Regis was over 12% too. And that's a rule too, that the two fighters can't be more than 10% of the weight from each other, apart from each other. And so the fight wouldn't be able to happen if Devin was way bigger than him like that, but he wasn't because Regis rehydrated 12% over. So he was still close to weight. It was not like he was. And on top of that, people keep throwing out how big Devin was and trying to say he can only beat guys that he's bigger than. Devin never lean on anybody or take advantage of being bigger than him. He usually outboxed them.
Yeah,
it's dealing with speed and skill. He's not weighing. He naturally has the reach. Him weighing more don't make his reach longer. That's his natural.
I guess what he's saying is when you're fighting against guys that are in a smaller division, the average height and reach and all that other stuff, like naturally, like as you go up in the divisions, the guys are going to be taller. Naturally, of course, you're gonna have some exceptions to the rule. You're gonna have some exceptions, but for the most
Devin
part,
was at 135. He moved up to 140. People said, "Yo, Regis is bigger than." He just went up to 140. People say he was bigger than Regis. So you're saying
class? You're saying WBC champion. He was bigger than, and it's a whole.
So you're saying because he weighed more, that it gave him because he's not fighting his proper weight class.
That's all I'm saying,
bro. People are that's crazy, guys.
No,
Bud has freakish long arms. His reach is crazy. And Bud should be fighting at 168 or 175, according to his
somebody go check Regis's fights and go look how much bigger he was than all his opponents in his previous fights. Okay, the bully got bullied. The bully got bullied that fight.
Too. I don't know why you guys think.
That was huge for 130, guys.
Hey, no, hacker.
Come on, bro. My sound's fucked up. I'll be right back. 2 seconds.
Yo, my man was talking, bro. Don't cut him off, man. Let him talk.
No, I'm trying to listen to what D1 was saying. My bad. I was trying to hear him.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to other
fighting down at 130, 128.
To Regis, and I feel the same way about Regis. I seen that video of him prior to, I think it was the Zarya fight, and my guy's getting carried out the tub. If you gotta go through those extreme measures to make weight, it's just time to go up, bro. It's just not safe.
Yep.
That's the biggest thing when I look at all these fighters. The weight gains, all that stuff, yeah, it's one thing, but just as a person, as a human being, like, it's difficult. It's rough seeing some of these people just deplete themselves and be absolutely emaciated. You know, you had that one young MMA fighter. The dude was 23 years old. He was so dehydrated from a weight cut, he died from some like cardiac arrest or something like that. That stuff is dangerous, bro.
You have a brain stroke.
100%.
So,
Courtney Thompson, let me say what's up to her. I appreciate you, sweetheart. First time being at the Angry White Man that I've ever noticed, because maybe it's your first comment or whatever. I appreciate you coming through the door. Smash the like button. Thank you. All right, go ahead, boys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And when it comes to like this whole like, oh, he gained so much weight, I think people are forgetting one thing. When you could have a drastic weight cut like that, and you start to rehydrate, your body's gonna grab every nutrient it can, all the liquids you drink, every little thing it can, just for you to rehydrate. So you can see somebody get like, it's not the same as you eating a lot of food today and being big tomorrow. No, it's I drain so much water weight, all my water weight, everything's depleted. My body's gonna is in survival mode, for me to rehydrate. That's why you see people, they might have been really small the day before, but then they're big the next day. It's not because they did anything magical, like they were on drip or anything. No, it's just their body was trying to save itself. You know,
right. So what about Boots? Is Boots weight bullying?
Yep.
You're setting up
you know he's one of my favorite fighters. Frequent. You fucking
that's one of the most ridiculous things I heard you say.
Hey, but check. Frequent. No matter what.
Too. Like real shit. Shout out to Cal Cooler with the $10 cash app. That's my motherfucking dog.
Back to back. Bro, I was.
Shout out to you, Dub. Thanks for the cash app.
Back to.
And that
was Tank bullying 130?
Hold on, Hacker. Let's not go past this right here. Hold on. So Boots is weight bullying, and he holds the IBF, which has a rehydration clause on it.
Way too
so
much weight.
But he's weight
now
bullying.
His performances are starting to pay for it. I'm not biased. I'm gonna look at these guys.
Bro, how do you weight bully? How do you weight bully with a 10-pound rehydration clause?
I just said I'm not gonna say he's a weight bully. He's definitely playing scale games, bro. He's you live in Philly. You know what time it is. Boots is damn near as big as me. I'm 6'1", 185. Like.
How do he make the weight with a 10-pound rehydration clause?
Easy, bro, because he's got 8 hours after the fucking hydration clause limit. You guys leave that out because you are always arguing semantics. He's got plenty of time. He can fucking adhere to the hydration clause. So I don't look at him sideways like I look at the rest of these guys that won't take a hydration clause, that argue against the hydration. To me, that's fuck shit. If you could take the hydration,
what about Barrios and all these guys? What about all the other title holders who don't have a 10-pound rehydration clause? So they all bullying too?
They're fucking foul.
Can I have a second?
You guys think I'm picking on Devin, but I'm not. Go ahead, Thomas.
No, I was talking about Boots.
Hey, Frequent.
He's my second favorite fighter.
We actually have somebody on the panel that involved in camps. We could ask that gentleman how this stuff happens.
Internet problem, so he keeps it dropping in and out. So.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, bro. Or else I would have been. That's my guy. Yeah, see?
Angel, okay.
Yeah. Accounts. Angel, you're signed into this stream from 3 different accounts. You got to go into your phone and
I think he's here now, though.
I know.
He looks like he's moving.
You're going to tell him something.
Oh, my bad.
I know.
They keep throwing me off.
I know, Angel, you got 3 because you got 2 other open in your phone. I don't know if you're an Apple or an Android user. I know Apple, if you keep coming back into the stream, the last time you clicked is still open on your phone. So you got to go into your phone and close out 2 of them or close out all 3 and then come back. Because you got 1, 2, 3. So you got to go onto your phone. Like, are you Apple? Do you use Apple or Android? Angel.
No, I know how to do it.
Oh, you know how to throw it out? So, all right, go ahead. But
yeah, but the thing is they keep throwing me off the chat.
I know. I think it's because you got You got so many. You keep clicking the link.
No, you know why?
Hey,
They
fellas,
don't want us
I
Cubans
gotta drop
to
D1.
get
We'll get
together
with you guys,
with
okay?
the
Yo,
American
Hector, I
fighters.
appreciate you,
See,
bro. You know that.
Man, I
a
appreciate
great
you,
Cuban
brother.
fighter.
Everybody in the
We
panel,
need
man.
a great great American fighter to show us how to lay that punch out, how to turn that punch over. Trust
No,
me, I know. I've been seeing it. They've been hitting me up at every channel.
turning that punch over matters, man. You
Hey,
gotta
Coach
get
Andrew.
the target. Go
If
ahead,
you don't
Tom.
lay them out, it doesn't sell.
Coach Andrew, when you involved with training camp and you got somebody training for a fight and they're cutting a mass amount of weight to make the scale only to put up a huge amount of weight the next day after, how is that even physically possible? What is the process that's taking place and what are they doing to their physical bodies?
They're destroying their bodies. That is no good. And I'm telling you, by the time you reach the end of your camp, you gotta be right around the weight without weight gain. Benavides, she's out of shape. Morel is like 5 pounds of weight. We ready.
So Morel's not cutting that crazy amounts of weight, right? He's
Nope.
staying at around that shit. He could easily adhere to a 5-pound weight class, and I'm sure he can at fucking 75. Much easier, much easier, man. And it matters.
Also, remember, guys. Also,
Damn, he's cutting out.
We lost him.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, here he goes.
I knew Freaking was going to say something.
Go ahead, Ray.
So,
Cut
yeah,
out.
so we have to. Yeah, am I still cutting out?
No, you're
Nah,
fine.
you good.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, so we got to remember that when you're cutting water out your body, there's a fluid around the brain, right? And it's also a matter. It all deals with the meninge and your inner layer, outer layer, so your meninges. So when that wall gets thin because it's full of liquid, that's where the suffering happens. That's why I was saying, yeah. No, I'm just saying, I just do medical terms because you know what I mean. Because I went to school and shit for medical and shit. So all that is a problem, and it creates a problem because that's when you either get rocked, right, knocked out, and you become chinny, as they say, or the other option is you're going to have a stroke in training because you're hurting the protection of the brain, and that's where the issues happen. So when these fighters are doing that, it is unhealthy, absolutely. Like I said, and it doesn't matter if it is UFC, it doesn't matter if it is wrestling and all that, or boxing. At the end of the day, none of these guys should be doing that. I remember when I was a kid, we played Pop Warner football, right? Pop Warner, you had to weigh in at a certain weight. That's why they stopped the weight cuts in Pop Warner. They went into AFU, whatever. I don't even, that's why they did that. There's weight classes now in football and age limits. They did that because there were too many kids, one, not being able to play, and two, these kids were getting hurt because they were have to strain to make weight before the game. And those kids were passing out on the field, having heat strokes, things of that nature, and they will have concussions. And that's really bad for the body. So again, I get the whole weight cut thing. I understand AYF, that's what it was. I get the whole points of everybody having these situations where, you know, we're concerned with the fighters' weights. They should be fighting. Like I said, I think having the weigh in, if they're going to do it the day before, should be later in the day, like so late in the day where it's evening. Let these guys do their weigh in, let them go out and eat. If they rehydrate 10, 15 pounds over, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I don't control that. That's their camps, that's their trainers and their nutritionists. They just have to understand what a balance is. There has to be a balance at the end of the day in this boxing game. It's not fair to the fighters that are smaller, that do maintain their weights or do stay close to that weight pattern, such as, like I said, Teofimo and Josh Taylor. If Teal didn't win, a lot of people will be screaming the same thing. Josh Taylor was another fighter that supersized in weight. He should have moved to welterweight a long time ago, same as Regis Krogate. But they felt that they were taking advantage of the divisions at 140, and they did so. So it's a young man's game at the end of the day, and some of these guys are just, you know what I mean, they're just, unfortunately, they're superhuman, and we shouldn't have to. They shouldn't have to deal with that.
And let me hear what you got. You did some research. I want to hear how much.
No, it's just that the body can only process between like 0.7 or like a liter within a few hours.
Yeah,
you can only drink but so much before you gotta piss. When you talk, when you breathe, every time you're excreting water.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You can only process but so much. That's why the what's the name is alarming for some people. Like, yo, like how the hell do you put on, even if you say it's only water, how the hell do you put on 25 pounds in less than 25 in less than 24 hours?
Yeah, water pills.
We'll be pissing it out in salt brine. They say all sort. They say what they say, but for me, knowing what I know, you're most likely to put on 25 pounds in one night, whether it's a UFC fighter, Jaron Ennis, or fucking Devin Haney, or David Benavidez. You're probably using an IV. And that's just the fucking facts of the situation. You would have to drink 75 pounds of water to keep 25. Like, it's the numbers are staggering. So.
Come on, a gallon of water only weighs 7 pounds.
A lot of water, bro.
How many gallons of water can you drink, in a 24-hour period?
I think like 7.
Now, I know when you're dehydrated, your body's going to absorb the first gallon. So you can get 8 to 10, maybe 12 pounds
It's
of water.
not just it's not just water, it's carbohydrates too. They use a lot of carbohydrates to hold the water. You got to remember sugar, starches, rices, noodles. They do all that as they're gaining. They also use legal forms of water pills. They know what's in the system that they can use. And the reason why they do it, because it's allowed. Until they stricken all these rules, until they tighten down on it, these things will change. Won't change. I'm sorry. They're going to continue to happen. Unfortunately, we're going to have to see something really tragic happen before they make these changes in these rules. That's the problem. And we don't want to witness that.
I don't want to see. That's what I don't want to see, Ray Davis, because I know a lot of people, they were clowning Dev for what happened with Ryan, but a clip came out after the fight of the night before, and he's walking down the street on New York. He's having a conversation with somebody. He could barely get the damn words out. Like, you could tell.
Motor skills.
He was just drained, man.
Yeah.
And I was like,
one eye blinks faster than the other. Guys, I got to play this commercial real quick. I got to pay some bills.
The JBT is giving away a bag for the holidays. We're having a raffle and giving away all the money collected. That's right, all the money collected. And we are in the final week. The drawing will be held this Saturday, December the 21st, right after the Alexander Usyk Tyson Fury heavyweight fight. Entries are just $5 each, or 5 for $20. Send your entry via Cash App to $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. Put RF1 on the comment line and you are entered. And one person will win all of the money that has been collected. Another great contest brought to you by the JBT. Curtis Sewell.
Okay, guys, we got 8 minutes. We're more than welcome to keep the contest going, or conversation going. Contest. I'm thinking about the commercial. Shout out to Kaz. He's up next in the JBT lineup. I appreciate everybody that came here, that gave their fucking 2 cents and their opinions. I appreciate you, Devin Haney fans. I know I can be fucking a bit intimidating and I'm yelling and screaming, but everybody that has the balls to click this link and talk boxing, I got nothing but love for you guys. Real shit. Whether you're fucking boxing hacker, any one of these guys, frequent, I got nothing but genuine love for you guys. And we all got to argue our points and keep pushing the sport forward. So smash the like. We got about 7 minutes left. You guys got any last words or anything like that? Or Ray, go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to thank you guys for a great conversation. Unfortunately, we get speakers up here that just don't know how to let the other guys speak. It's not a all was it bars none? situation. You know what I mean? We gotta respect the person that's next to us. You know what I mean? Let them build, because if they build and we all build, we get to understand of what each other is trying to say. So I respect the panel. Great talks. And Thomas, so you know I'm always troll you in the chat like you troll me. So it's all good. That's what I was doing, D1, by the way. That's what I was doing. Big Dre, salute. Aunt McQueen, always a pleasure. D1, thanks for having me. Great show. You know what I mean? Always support the JBT. Y'all know how it is. And I'm out.
Man, you know,
Hold it down,
I enjoyed coming up here today. You know, I got kicked off earlier because I was going through some bad Wi-Fi. But it's always good to come up, man, and chop it up and have a good thing. Even talking with Boxing Hacker, you know, and frequent flyer. So I have my fun. Thomas Hill, the co-host of all of YouTube. I didn't speak to you earlier, man. My bad. I apologize, sir.
Hey, Jeff J, it's all good, man. You was in there trying to get some leverage on some people with some common sense that, you know, they ain't trying to talk or hear common sense. They're just trying to get their point across. That's all. So, man, you know, I just like to impart, like, tidbits of information on hackers, because that's what hackers do. They break in a little bit at a time. So, you know, I'm trying to give him just a little bit at a time. So even if he don't pay attention to it, he know it's there. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, he going to say what he want to say. You're not trying to, you can tell by the way he talks. He'll talk over you in a heartbeat.
He's a contrarian, man. He finds whatever the opposite of the argument is going on is, and he jumps right in it. And, you know, it's just, it irks me sometimes just really bad, because, you know, and he'll know what he's talking about, and he knows exactly what he's doing. I think he likes pushing people's buttons, man.
Well, you know, a lot of it also is anti-tank talk, man. Most of this stuff beat anti-tank talk. Unfortunately, that's what it really boiled down to, man. For some odd reason, that little man has rubbed a lot of people in a big way, man. And pause to Paulsworthy, folks. It just doesn't sit well with them, man. So that they got to make up reasons and rhymes to justify things that's being done. I don't care what weight Devin comes in for. I think it's unhealthy for him. I agree with Ray Davis 100%. If he's disciplined enough to get down to the weight, and they got enough, I guess, science to get him back up to the weight that he should possibly be fighting at, fine, so be it. I still believe he gets in the ring at 180, Tank's still knocking him out. And that's how I feel, and I still want the fight, man. I don't know if it's going to be made because he is such a big fighter as opposed to Tank, but I'm holding Tank to them words, bro, and that's all I could do is hold him to his words. He said that was one of the people he was going to fight. I want to fight, bro.
That was one of the people he wants to fight, you know?
Kello, we're about to get off, bro. Appreciate you stopping through, though, homie. And I appreciate you two guys, man. Real shit. Thanks.
It's funny when you know start talking weight. And all I brought up Devin's weight because it was published, and you know it took a wrong turn because I mean 25 pounds overnight.
Yeah,
you know
that's too much.
That's retaining 3 gallons of water plus a meal or 2 meals. That's retaining 3 gallons of water plus 2 meals. I mean, you're not gonna sit down and eat a 6-pound meal. You eat 2 3-pound meals. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Well,
but
to do all that and not be drained in the fight and not look like your gas tank or anything like that takes a hit, it's crazy to me, guys. We gotta fucking hold these guys to the 10-pound rehydration clause because that's the only rule we have in place to make sure these big guys don't do that shit.
Well, I'm not going to go with the 10 pounds. I want to go with the California rule. I like the 15%
percentage is good.
It gives you scalability. Okay.
It does.
So
it does.
Because at 190-pound fighter, you know, holding him to 10 pounds is not very much, but holding him to 10% is a lot.
I hear you. I got to shout out D for the win. He gave me a fucking huge ass cash app. I appreciate you, homie. Let me play his jingle.
Back to back. Bro, I was.
Shout out to you, Dub. Thanks for the cash app.
Back to.
And I got to get off here. Kaz the OG is next. Go to Kaz Sports. Get your fucking daily fix of boxing knowledge. Whether you think you know this game or not, you can always be reminded of some shit. Kaz at 2, KB at 4, BVO at 8, Rise at 9. Look out for the upcoming JBT shows, Banky and Jay, Prison Talk with Tommy, and Let's Talk Fashion with Remo. Thank you to everybody that came in here. I got nothing but love for y'all. Peace. We out of here.